Hello, hello, welcome everyone, welcome back, or as you guys like to say it, Sibaiba Pule to everyone in the audience tonight. Yes, this is gonna be a grand favorite because all of your favorite Mizoram teams are gonna be playing it. And well, if you're as excited as me, you must be thinking about what happened to the MEAX FEAI. Where is this thing going? Where is the playoff going to? Well, guys, this is the opportunity because without further ado, you guys are back into the round of 64. Yes, here four teams are going to play a gruesome best of three series, and well, the winners are going to go to the Swiss stage directly. So much for to play for, so much on the line. We have to see even the best of teams can have a troublesome moment. So it is where this moment makes all the difference. If you can dig down deep, if you have the nerves of steel and you can pull it off. Well, of course, you recognize my voice. This is, of course, Roots Official. Along with me is this handsome guy right here in those sunglasses. It is gonna be Ash TC casting alongside me. And you are watching the MEA XFEAI. Of course, this is not just a LAN tournament for your favorite game, the Mobile Legends. It is also a festival of esports fiesta. It includes all your favorite games, including BGMI, eChess, FC Football for both PC and mobile players, and then again, Dota 2 as well. When we talk about our sponsors, well, of course, we have to thank Vista for their generous 1 lakh diamonds for sponsorship. Along with them are, of course, CK Hyundai, then, of course, our collaboration partners are DTS Esports, who have made this wonderful management come to light. And well, you cannot have such a great event without seamless internet, which has been provided by our partners NextGen right here. Without further ado, we are dropping in hot to the drafting phase. It is gonna be Zohunt on the blue side, along with, well, it is kinda hard, but hey, tung, Sahur, it is. So let me introduce you to my fellow caster right here, one of the best hype casters in India. Ash, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing great because it's Zohan Smash, guys. I mean, obviously the favorites of Mizo, the one team which is known. I mean, Mizoram known for this team for in the MLBB game, obviously, because Zohan is someone who is a favorite of all Mizoram fans, and as well as it has always proved them. I mean, the team always proved themselves the best in the India as well. They have won a lot of tournaments. They have represented themselves in a lot of tournaments, and mostly they have represented Mizoram state for the tournament as well. So MEA is incomplete without this team, and we all know this team has a experience. This team has a coordination, has the synergy as well. All of the 5 members, Win, Dusty, we have Family Problem, Prime, as well as Faden. I mean, Faden just changed his name, I think so. 3 Gay Beras. Okay, so it is Faden, I know that. So Faden is obviously one of the greatest mage player in Northeast as well. I mean, apart from Asuna, Peter, if we will count anyone into the mid bid also, it is Faden. And Faden actually rotates very nicely, and he knows that how to take a fight and how to give the shot call as well. And what I know from the team composition, that Faden is the one who gives the shot calls in the team. I mean, he's the IGL for the team. So this is why, I mean, I love Faden. This is not like I'm just saying for Zohan. I don't know much about Tung Shahur, but I believe that Tung Shahur will have a gutsy fight with this Zohan team, because they have reached to the round of 64, and probably they will be giving a tough fight as well, because this is a best of 3 series and we don't know what will happen. Maybe we can see an upset coming in, that is Zohan getting out from the tourney. Otherwise, well, we're gonna see a clean sweep, a dominative start, or a dominative gameplay from the side of Zohan, taking out Tung Sahur from the tourney with a 2-0 clean sweep. Here we are for the banning phase, guys. It's already the Lancelot, Hayabusa, and CC will be taken out, and from that side, Ishan Chin will be taken out. That means Abaxia. Me, because we all know that Dusty loves to play Baksha, as well as he's good in his Martis as well. But Basha should not be spared in this meta. And look, it is already here. It is already in the scene. It is already in the panel. He should go for it. Yep.
They're gonna pick it up. Well, it is interesting, Ash. Honestly, I've seen that T4 Sahur, I'm gonna call them that. T4 Sahur are actually one of the better teams in Mizoram I've heard of, and they are all immortal players, ranked players. So I think they are gonna give a proper fight to Zohunt. And Ash, have you noticed in the jungle it is gonna be Dusty Mizo. So that is the kind of debate we are having right here. Who is gonna be playing, especially because this is a LAN tournament. It is gonna be throughout October 16 to the 18. So definitely we have to see how the junglers are going to perform. Is it going to be Blade? Is it going to be Dusty Mizzo? Right now, there's kind of a scenario where when we know that Dusty Mizzo is playing, okay, so we are going to see kind of a utility jungler on their part. So that makes Zohan's draft a little predictable. But then again, we can see Lapu Lapu has been countered by the Esmeralda, and they have doubled down on it by picking Harith for Prime. I mean, there's no better combination than Harith and Prime, Lala and Majnu, and all of the above. So this is definitely going to be a worthwhile match, and boy, the draft has just flourished for Zohant right here, Ash.
Yeah, obviously, if you will see, I mean, Prime is going for the comfort as well as Dusty Mizo. Even Vin is good with the Esmeralda. His rotation is quite good, and if I am right, I feel like Family Problem will go with the Franco here, or maybe a Hylos as well. Will works great with the Baksha. But then there is a thought that if Team Tung 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 Shahur will be banning the Florin, will be a West ban, I feel so, or a Matilda, because so far I know Family Problem, he's not into the support meta thing. He's kind of someone who picks up the tanky things. And there you go, guys. They will be banning the Xbox. But still, I have a hope for the side of Tung Tung Sahur because they got the Jukshin into their side. And we all know that utility jungler get lot of hindrance from the Jukshin pick. So they have it right now with the Gatot Kacha coming in. That means engage potential they have into their side with that Gatot. As well as the Lapu Lapu will be giving you the opening. But the main thing is all these damages will be absorbed by the baby diaper, that is Esmeralda. She's one kind of a diaper, so she can absorb. I mean, you know what diaper absorb, but here this diaper absorbs the damage. So it is possible that Win will play a X factor role in this game, and we all know in the late game, someone who is having his comfort, someone who is known for his Harith is there. That is Prime. I'm not boasting them. Don't think that I'm just boasting Zohan. But if I'm boasting even them, they deserve it. They are in the Mythic Leaderboard. If you guys are in the Mythic Leaderboard, I would have said about you also. So they deserve this. Obviously, they deserve it, guys. So therefore, I'm saying now they'll be banning the Xbox as well as Ranger. Ranger will be a great counter for this Harith. But leaving out Herithel, do you think, Roots, there will be Herithel? Oh my goodness. 3 tanks.
I mean, the Erithel does make sense here, because there is the Harith, and she is the only one who can burst these tanky heroes down. But there's also the carry, which can be picked up, and that might be very beneficial. With the kind of shield which is coming out, it is gonna be hard. I might even say the Claude can be a great opinion, because the carry, well, she does deal to true damage, but the shield is her kryptonite, as we say. So shield will be a problem here, and with the Angela, the Harith, Esmeralda, it is a shield fiesta. We have to see what else is coming into the bags hot. This is going to be the last pick coming in from Zohunt, and so far their draft has looked pretty shiny. But look at the shininess of the draft. Okay, they are going to go with Louis. So the one-sided 1D kind of draft just converted into a 3D puzzle, because you now have the teleportation to use. And look at that, Ash. As I said, the carry has been picked up. Both the sides, depending on their utility junglers, but it is, after all, going to be Prime, and then it is going to be It's Me, Liz, who are going to carry it throughout the late game. Who is going to be coming on top is the question. Audience, in the comment section, who do you think has a better draft? Which team are you supporting? Do interact with us. We are reading your chats. We are enjoying the game as well. And we have to see exactly what is coming up. Ash, as we said, Family Problems does not believe in supports, but it is here to prove us wrong.
I mean, I never saw him with Angela though, but this is the first time I'm going to see him. But because of the Baksha pick, maybe that's the reason he went for the Angela. More probably, if there would have been an assassin pick from the side of Tung 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 Sahur, Maybe we could have seen Franco coming in by the side of Family Problem, but it's okay. Angela will works good as well. But now here we are into the last down for the first set of this BO3 game. It is Zohan versus Tung 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 Sahur, and this is Grand Twist 1 MEX FEAI, powered by DTS Don't Say Esports, our internet partner Next Chain, as well as our this tournament is sponsored by CK Hyundai as well as Vista, giving us a 1 lakh big mammoth total prize pool. Thank you so much for all the sponsors, as well as now I would like to say that whom do you think will take a first blood here? I feel like it will be Zohan and it will be Prime in the goal lane.
That is a tricky question indeed, but I would expect Prime and the goal laner for Tung Sahur to actually play it a little safer, because they know that they are the actual ADCs or the damage dealers in this situation. So both the junglers are playing it safe. They are trying to get as much as farm as possible, because the objectives are going to change the game. And with the kind of situation they are in, the stressful situation, because it is going to be 2 losses which are going to result in a direct knockout from this tournament. And if they succeed, well, they are going to be in the Swiss states. So much is on the line. What is going to be more on the line is the LAN series, which is going to take place from the 16th to the 18th at our Dentahuma Hall and the beautiful city of Aswal, Mizoram. So as we go in, there's still a lot of passiveness in the gameplay right now. They are not taking the chances aggressively. But here we go, Dusty Mizo will not connect initially, and the turtle is going to spawn in 15 seconds. But look at that up top, there's some action.
Yup, there is action coming in, and this is the Esmeralda getting the first blood. It's Wayne, obviously, taking out the first blood on the top lane. It was engaged coming out from Tung 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 Sahur, but then the Tung 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 Sahur got beaten by not the Zohan. I can't say it's Zohan, it's actually Tralalero Tralala Zohan, who just managed to beat out the Tung 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 Sahur here. If you guys are well acquainted with brain rot things, you will get it. If not, it's okay. But now in the raid buff, we're gonna see us engage coming in as well after getting secured the turtle. Right now, he's going to steal the buff from the red as well. Okay, the retreat comes in, and it was actually Dusty Mizo who started the retreat and got the red as well. This is not a good start for the side of Tung Tung Sahur.
Look at that, Akai is still on a level 3 here. He's trying to convert himself into a level 4. And these are the small things which matter. That kill up top, and then the turtle secured with the invade coming in, that just made so much harder for Tung Tung Tower to actually get into those team fights. And that is why the goal lead is right now favoring Zohan right now, even though it's just 3 minutes into the game. And that is what will make Prime a monster if he keeps continuing this pace. But look at that, the bush is there.
Okay, the AOG comes in. It's the Kai Fonda getting a kill onto the Family Problem. Their heavy spin comes in as well. Win is in a very bad position, taking him inside the tiers as well. And we're gonna see that engage is also coming from the Dusty Mizo. It's the #1 Baxia from Mizoram. But Lapu entering with the bravest fighter will be taking out the win. There is the EXP taking out another EXP from Zohan's side. Okay, we were saying that it was not a great start then. It was you can say a comeback, a skirmish comeback from Tung 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 Sahur.
Yes, and we talk about not a great start then, but look at us now as Tung Tung Sahur has just turned the tables, 2 kills in their favor, and the goal lead is slowly getting into their favor as well. Lapu with a slap on bravest fighter right here. I almost heard that comical slap sound when Lapu landed that bravest fighter. But hey, he is one of the best players of Mizoram, as we can see already. The game is so hyped up. Thank you for everybody joining in right now. Do tell us who do you support right now. And we are going to march on to the second turtle of the game. This is somewhat going to determine what is going to happen, because the goal laners have an opportunity to contribute in this fight. Look at that. Prime already trying to lower the HP of the turtle, while Carry is trying to help in the jungle secure for Akai. Turtle gets reset, and there's Ansel already with some action coming. You think, Ash, what is happening on?
Okay, in the total section, we can see Carry melting down the Esmeralda there. Heavy spin comes in as well. AOG Richie will be forced out. It will be a total for the side of Tung Sahur. And in the meantime, Hot Guard already got used. Okay, my goodness, the Chrono Fusion just got into the mark. And the Gacha being taken out in the process. As we see, forcing down another kill. There's a double for the Harith. There you go. They managed to take out the Bakshi as well. Dusty Mizo falls down without a turtle. 4-4 the score is. I feel like the trade this time goes to the side of Tung Sahur.
Absolutely. I mean, with the kind of back and forth gameplay we see, I feel Hard Guard was used a bit prematurely, but so can be said about Lady C, who was using the Lapu Lapu. He was trying to actually catch Prime of Guard, but he actually was in a bad position himself. But hey, in the bottom lane there is some action which might just dissolve, and look at the scenario, Ash.
Salmon Force just popped up there. Sliver of HP will be managing to go back into the safer zone at this moment. It's me, Lees. Lees was actually playing very safe still now, and this is not a good case for the Zohan, because you know what? The Carry will be getting early snowballs. She can melt each and everybody from the side of Zohan in the late game, and you cannot even control her at the point, because you have only 2 damage dealer. That is a Louis and a Harith. Harith is kind of a situational pick, and about the Louis, you need to position yourself in a good way. Otherwise, you'll be taken out easily. And there is the AOG.
Oh.
I mean, kind of all having by the side of but this gang will be perfect with the diversion coming in, and Esmeralda will be checking out there. Hardguard comes in as well. Right now, Harris going inside the tier with the Salmon Force. Chrono dashes as well as the Fusion coming in. It will be a case of death for the Gatot Kacha, and he will be sent into the heaven side with a tier falling down from the bot. All the trades which were missing from the side of Zohan, they managed to accumulate it in the 6 and 45 minutes.
That last pick, Louis, that was a chef's kiss moment for Zohan right here. Like I said, the 1D kind of a dimensional draft just converted into a 3D movement, and that is where it paid off. The diversion was picture perfect. Getting 2 picks off, and especially the carry, which we were worried about, Ash, because we know how hard a carry can hit. It come at the late game, especially if you have such tanky heroes. Even the Harith can have a bad moment, so it is really important for Zohan to get some early snowball and dominate and get those objectives right here. But look at that. This looks like Tung Sahur are kind of looking for a dead bush approach. But hey, you cannot fool Zohan too many times. They are, of course, a mythic leaderboards team. You cannot underestimate their capabilities. Look at that. Destimizo is gonna go solo, dive again, trying to get as much vision, as much control of the map as possible. And look at the Esmeralda as well. He is gonna try her best to evade these obstacles, but hey, this is Tung Sahur. They are not gonna go back without a fight.
Retreat popped up, Turtle got secured there. Jushin managed to take down Win in the process. We're gonna see that Ravish Fighter comes in as well as the Salmon Force right now from the backline. Killing spree for the Aerith. Prime is going inside. It will be a double for him, I feel so. No, it was the family problem. We'll be taking out the Gatot Kacha in the fight. There you go. Diversion comes in. 3 people are right now chasing down there. Brushed as well from the Inyang reaction from the backline. We can see the Jushin coming in. And this time, Louis in a very bad position might be taken out. No, he managed to escape back. No fights from the side, but on the top lane, we're gonna see that Prime Mizo will be taking out a tier there for himself. And right now, going into the Lapu Lapu, having a lot of sun there as well as CC. The Bakshi and the Co will be taking him out.
Yeah, and Carrie can do what she can do. This is her moment. She's gonna try to seal the turret, but is she taking too many chances here? She doesn't have a back turret to secure herself. She is gonna get slayed. I do not even know if the hard guard was really necessary, because that is an underfarmed carry, and we see way more action coming in, Ash, into the jungle.
Of course, and you know what? I feel like this time Tung Sahur has a very better draft as well as better situation for them. They have built a lot better situation than Zohan from the early game. They got the second turtle and then some tiers on the top and then some kills as well. But then the overextension, the not holding the game, patience was not being seen by them, and that's the reason they are falling down again and again. Right now, Win is going for an engage. Before that, they will be securing a tier, and you can say your third tier in the mid as well, and this will be granting them a bigger jungle area to fight on. And this is a very bad news for Tung Sahur, because they lost a mid-tier, and you know mid-tier is actually a better trade than even a Maniac. I feel so.
Yeah.
But right now,
I mean, not so sure about the MEA.
Okay, inside the inhibitors, it is forcing down the Dusty Mizo there. Tears fall down once again from the top. You cannot take the tanky Dusty Mizo. Hot Gut also popped off. Now it's not a single chance you can take him down, but there you go. All the resources burn down here onto Dusty. It will be giving up opening for the Lord for the side of Zohan now.
Yeah, I mean, overfarmed, Baxia with his ultimate, with the hard guard on, that is definitely not something you can take down this easily, especially when you are so damn low on the gold. And that is why Zohan are so confidently taking this Lord right now. Win is having a shiny moment right now. They know that there is no chance Tung Tung Sahur can actually do something about this moment, but hey, Akai is still gonna try with the win ball, and look at the launch chain coming in from Akai, absolutely insane. As we go, that shows the heart of T4 Sahur right here. They are not playing it on the back foot. This isn't a test match, this is a T20, and they are gonna go still with the balls rolling as they want everything which Zohan has got, and they are looking to punish them back still.
What was it? I mean, the clutch was real there when the Kai entered with a heavy spin and managed to retreat down the Lord there. And right now, it's actually Arrow coming on from the side of Tung Sahur onto the Zohan. And they might defend the Lord easily, but a lot of gold just being thrown out to the side of Tung Sahur right now. They are chasing down the win there, but it was the hard guard always being on to him. So might have taken a good decision right now from the side of Tung Sahur to dismantle from the fight, and the Lord got defended as well. But now this is the time to take you down. They got some gold spike into their side as well. It was like 7k gold lead at that moment before the Lord, and now it is only 5k. Okay, it's 6k now. So need to take down someone from the Zohan in the fight as well. I mean, not only Lord objectives, macro, you have to fill up the micro as well. I mean, a kill. But there you go, diversion for clearing up the lane.
I mean, the key to victory right now for T4 Sahur is exactly getting that hard guard out, waiting that hard guard so that they can do something about it. But look at Dusty Mizo going for the engage on the backside. Still, nobody falling here right here, Ash.
Heavy spin comes in, flicker as well, wasted by the Zukshin. They are now, Wayne will be taking out Gatot Kachao. In the meantime, we can see Brave Spider comes in. Poor man is right now standing there, carry with a surprising attack with a wildcard entry. Double kill will be secured onto the Harith as well. Still farming down, but it will be family problem onto the Dusty Mizo, who will be taking down him. But right now, Lapu Lapu in a, I mean, very bad position. Two man right now going into him, but trapping down, I don't feel so. Flicker comes in. Oh my goodness, family problem will be taken out in the process. This is the comeback from Tung Sahur, and Zohan was not expecting the carry to give a wildcard entry there.
Yes, what positioning by Liz right here. It is definitely so monumental in the entry. Win is gonna try to secure the turret, but definitely the momentum is with T4 Sahur right now, and this is Zohan right now thinking what to do next, cause so far they have been calling the shots, but this is T4 Sahur not giving up, rising back from the ashes as a phoenix. And this is a bad situation because the goal lead slowly is not gonna matter anymore. Carrie already has the Trinity summed up. She is most probably going for the Malefic Aurora or the Malefic Gun, and then it will be hard because they already have the anti-heal in their midst as well. So this action right now, the tankiness, that isn't gonna last. What is gonna last is how exactly are these two teams gonna fight it out. The diversion needs to be picture perfect. The hard guards needs to be picture perfect from Zohan's end as we go into a big Lord Dance right here. Both the teams now are playing it a little more safe, just like in the early game. They are now passive. They know that the momentum has shifted. Zohan need to do something here. Family problems needs to create some problems, and this might be the reason why he's playing this support right now. He's not quite comfortable as it seems, but action.
In the top, Hardgut also on, but this time Dusty Mizo will be falling down. Win find a kills on the carry there. Lee's ball down as well. Heavy spin comes in, but a lot of damage with the Zaman Force. Forcing out on the Akai. Akai will be going back. Here you go. The burst comes in, and Louis managed to take down Gatot Kacha there. Win right now, engaging on the Zuxton. But I don't feel so he can take him down because of the Crimson Ray, because he can just pull you back. But right now, is it a safe choice to take down the Lord because you don't have a jungler for yourself? And still there with the retreat on. Yeah,
Akai's still alive. And Zushin, that was pretty comical, honestly. Win is trying to chase down Akai. Win is like, off you go. Then Win goes for the Zushin, and Zushin just picks her up and throws her back. That is exactly what comical action it is pursuing. But right now, as you can see, Ash, they are still not going to go for the Lord. Sai is once again caught in a bad position. He is going to survive with the heavy spin once again. And that has been the call, I think, for Zohan. They do want to get this jungler out. And I think this time around, with the jungler solo, they are going to be able to secure this lot pretty comfortably. Especially with the kind of front laning Wen is doing right now. The kind of zoning Wen has shown has been really instrumental. But look at the diversion!
Diamond Force and AOG connected onto two people. Hardguard is also on there. Okay, giving a lot of stun to the Gotcha! She got melted down there by a family problem. Oh my goodness, it was really for things to go. I mean, engage comes in, then you just bust down there by the side of Zohan. Now, without the frontliner, the Lord is enforcing onto the top side. Do you think, I mean, this is the end for the side of Tung Sahur? I believe, because I mean, right now, other than Carry and Jukshin, if they will manage to take down these two backliners, maybe there will be a chance to open the base for the side of Zohan. Yep.
Yeah, I actually feel that more heal from her Prime, that was not the solution, because they already have a lot of anti-heal. Prime might have gone for a burst which would have helped them, but now look at the Lord already has been taken out. AOG connecting, plus Prime is trying to avoid everybody here, waving and bobbing, and look at all the action coming in, Ash.
Oopsie, at last he finds a way onto the Gatot Kacha. The penetration of the magic is too much that the Gatot Kacha cannot surviving the Prime's attack there. But right now, one man falls down, and it is Dusty Mizo, 1-for-1, roamer for the jungle. And this is a very bad case, as I am seeing that Dusty Mizo is falling down in each and every fight. Obviously, he's the utility jungler. He has that role in this team right now because they don't have a frontliner other than him. But now, once again, a fight coming in. Diamond Force will be popped up once again with a Chrono Vision going in right there. Hardguard connected as well. Win finding a kill onto Lapu Lapu. It's a killing spree for Win, and now only 3 members defending the base. About to resurrect back into the jump. It is what's up, Suki. Suki might go for the AOG right now. Minions marching into the base. I feel so. They will be defending. And oh my goodness, Lily saw that. What just happened? What just happened? Esperanza just jumped in and smashed down there. Carry double kill will be secured as well as a triple. No, it is a Louis taking down the Gatot there. Only Jushin surviving. 4 members are there, and they will be locking down the base one. And the first set will goes to the side of Zohan. They are leading the way in this BO3 series, which will take them the Swiss stage.
Yes, it is gonna be 1-0 for Zohan right here, taking the dominant victory. The last fight was the merciful fight right here. Zohan diving straight in, Win opening the blades, and that is exactly how the backline got taken out. And once that was over, it was all up to Prime to go in and burst everybody down, and that is how things ended. Dusty Mizo was actually falling a little short, but then, hey, as I said, Carry and Hurrit is where the game belongs. Look at the damage! 32% by Prime, 40% by Liz right here. That is exactly why these two goal laners were so important. And on this night, of course, Zohan definitely had the better combination coming into the game. And with a little bit of diversion use and a lot more of win, they actually got the win here. Right here, ladies and gentlemen.
The EXP standard for Mizoram, for Zohan, it is Win, and the Prime's had it is always in the talk, just like Kyle's had it. So it is what it is. I mean, when you are going for your comfort pick, you actually do better than the counter. And even though there was a carry, it was not a perfect choice to pick on, because I mean, carry has a less range if you'll compare it with the Harith or something like Brody. There was Beatrix as well. Should have taken a counter for the Harith rather than going for a counter for the whole team. And there is only Bakshia to melt down. Otherwise, Carry couldn't. I mean, other than Bakshia, who was the tanky frontliner for the side of Zohan? No one was there. Win was also going for an attack. I mean, he was in a magic penetration build. And there was the Harith, there was the Angela as well. So you should have gone for something else rather than going for that Carry. Actually, Carry was fitted in the draft for Zohan, not for Tung 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 Sahur. And even though the Carry was there and she was carrying the game, the main thing which wouldn't happen was the proper opening, which should have given by that Gatot Kacha. He was falling down again and again, and that was the reason the whole Tung 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 Sahur falls down in the first game. But right now, it's not the last. It was just the first. So you have a chance to make
it is the first.
It's a BO3 series. You have 3 chances to prove yourself. But with this time, you have to prove yourself because this is a do or die chance for you. I'm talking about Tung 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 Sahur. Whereas of course, whereas it is a match point game for Zohan. And let's see, we'll be taking out the second game for themselves. First pick goes to Tung 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 Sahur.
They are gonna get the first ban though, and it is gonna be the YSS getting banned, and of course the Lancelot as well. At this point, both these teams have said, okay, Cello, let's ban out all the junglers, all the assassin junglers especially, because we are gonna play it in the old school utility style, and that is the name of the game here. But hey, this is the opportunity for Tung for Sahur to actually get on the wings of Dusty Mizo, ban his main heroes out, and maybe that's how you can choke the draft for Zohunt here, because Zohunt is definitely having a great draft all night long, and that is the reason why this is going to be a respect ban coming in. Win gets his Esmeralda shut down, and we have to see exactly what are they going to go for this time around. And as you said, Ash, as I said in the draft as well, the Carry wasn't actually the ultimate pick, because Carry has her kryptonite in those shield moments, and well, there was a lot of shield involved when you were playing against Zohan. With all the heroes like Angela, Esmeralda, as well as Louis and Harith, you have a lot of shield coming in. So this point around, I think Zohan really did brilliant in picking that Esmeralda up front, so that they can do so much more for their team already. And look at that, this is going to be the Hayabusa getting banned as well. Pretty standard draft coming in right now. What we need to see is, are they going to go out and try to ban those utilities down? That is going to be the 1-1, of course. And with the 5-ban scenario coming in, the 10 bans which are coming in, as you guys might notice, this is a 10-ban series. 6 bans were in the previous phase. So, Ash, would you expect something different coming into the draft, as the backs are against the wall for T4 Sahur right here?
They might ban the Bakshia here, Zohan, because they might don't want to give the Bakshia to them, or they can also go for a ban onto the Kalea if they're actually going for the assassin jungle. So far I know Dusty, he is not a type of jungler who goes for that assassin type thing, but no, they'll be prioritizing the Matilda. That means still they have a fear that team Tung 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 Sahur can go for the utility jungler, and with the Matilda it will actually works great. But now it's a chance to pick up the Bakshia for yourself, or you can go for the counter as well, because if you're not going for the Bakshia, then it might comes down for the side of Zohan that Faden will be going for the Jukshin, as well as we're gonna see a Bakshia once again in the hand of Dusty Mizo.
Rightfully so, but hey, this time around Liz is gonna pick up that turret. They are not gonna get another opportunity, they say, and of course Prime with that turret can be so deadly, and that is something which they could have done in game 1 itself. But hey, there's a lot more openings left. Who are they gonna pick up front is the question. There are so many opportunities. Is Dusty Mizo gonna be doing something which he did last time and pick up that Bakshia once again? Yes, of course, 100 times out of 100, that is gonna be the Bakshia being used. But hey, this is gonna be Faden who is gonna pick up that Fasa this time around, not the Louis. And Fasa has a great utility, honestly. But hey, in the opponents there is a counter, and hey, this is gonna be a pick of the decade. This is gonna be a page ripped off from Zohan's cookbook, and they are gonna pick up the Angela ASP for Sahur right here. What do you think, Ash? Are they actually gonna work this Angela out with the Hurricane, or are they gonna combine it with something else? And also the Baxter versus Angela. What are your opinions on that?
Not a good choice because you know what? Pulling out the Angela pick from the beginning, you're just right now having the bans on a Fedrin as well as onto the Kai as well in the second phase. But no, they will be prioritizing the CC because Probius already being tough, prioritized by the Zohan. Will get a little bit of hindrance by the CC, so they went for that. But now, what will be the bans coming out from the side of team? Of course, team Tung 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 Sahur because a lot of options are open. Even you know what, family problem is good with the Baksha Rome as well. So it's not like you
Mhm.
can figure it out that Dusty Mizo went for the Baksha. He can even change it out in the game. So anything can be happen here. So this is not a thing that we can expect it. But no, okay. There is a Baksha for the jungle right now. I'm damn sure because they went for that Xbox ban and Kufra ban kind of giving me the vibes that assassin jungler is
Oh,
coming in. Maybe a Suyu or maybe a Nolan they can go for, or
Ling?
otherwise they can also go for the Fania as well here. But with the Phobias out there, Baksha being in the jungle, I don't feel a Fanny will work great. But this Harith might get
Nah.
pushed by Prime's Moscow. I mean, even though there is a talk about Prime's Harith, there is also a talk about Prime's Moscow. He's not at all. I mean, he don't have that much wider hero pool, but with whichever hero he picks
Oh.
up, he plays well. So Moscow
Shots
can
fired.
at this moment.
Yeah, shots fired, definitely. But hey, this can be a great opportunity for those couple in the comment section. Angela Ling might just be on the table. The Bruno is a brilliant pick, though, coming out from Prime. We have seen back and time again, even in the Esports World Cup, how the Bruno can dominate against a Hurrit and a tanky lineup. And that is exactly what they're working out with. But hey, Ash, this might just be one more Akai coming in. I mean, sure enough, the Akai was played well in the first game. But what I love about T4 Sahur is their fighting spirit. And there we go. With that fighting spirit, they pick up the bravest fighter in the Land of Dawn. It is going to be Lapu. Lapu coming in. And without the Esmeralda to block him, this might be an opportunity for the Lapu Lapu to actually get his hands on to feed in on that Farsa and Prime on that Bruno as well. What is lacking is kind of the damage. This is going to be a high loss getting in. Not so sure why, but this might make sense in the end because Family Problems does play the high loss exceptionally well. Ash, after the draft, what are your thoughts? And audience in the chat, please let me know what are your thoughts on the draft. Which team are you supporting? Are you supporting the underdogs as T4 Sahur, or are you supporting the favorite legacy of Mizoram? It is, of course, gonna be Zohunt right here. So, Ash, what are your predictions after the draft?
I feel like 50-50 for both the sides. Previous one, I told you it was Zohan, but this time, team Tung 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 Sahur have a difference, and that difference is the healer. Previous one, they had 3 tanky picks, but they doesn't have a healer into their side. This time, they have an Angela into their side. With a Kai, utility jungler with the support actually works great. And, you know, the last match was also like that. I mean, Baksha with Angela. But this time, in the last game, I was hoping for a high loss pick from Family Problem. This time, I'm going to see it here from him with the Hylos, but how far it will be going, I am not sure. But you know what? Other than picks and everything, your execution, your synergy, your coordination in the ganks as well as in the fight and objective specified game, macro, micro, everything will works as well. So let's see if they can go for all these plus points for their teams. They can easily take down this match as well as, you know what, they have a confidence right now into their side. This is their match point game. They know if they are losing, doesn't matter. They'll be playing the third game. If they're winning, it's 2-0 and they'll be entering into the Swiss stage without any fuss. But now, okay, already they know that it's Angela for the side of team Tung Sahur. So early invasion will not be, backfire onto them. So therefore they went for that. Did they grab that third creep?
Yeah, they are gonna go for a lot more here because they know due to Tung Tung Sahur that they need to be aggressive in the early game as well. And the Angela is gonna be the hidden piece in the puzzle right here. with the kind of issues which family problems can create with the high loss. It is, after all, going to be the mobility and the heals which Watsupsuki can provide on her end. But this is game number 2, guys, in the best of 3 series. You're watching MEA x FEAI. This is T4 Sahur versus Zohan, and right now Zohan are leading 1-0, but it might be 2-0 very soon, as if they continue to go in so immaculately with their rotations and engages. I mean, already the heavy spin being baited out from Sai right here. That is a great performance on the end of Zohan, and they are showing the experience. With, look at that, already Fasta using Suspended Airstrike confidently to actually zone out the entire gang of T4 Sahur, and it is going to be Sai once again lagging behind in the farming department, as Destimizo is going to have a field day easily securing the turtle. But first blood comes up, Shiki going down.
Despite the 3 members are right now at the red buff. Okay, the retreat comes up by the Panda. He will be securing it as well. Jatian coming in, giving a lot of damage inside the jungle. They managed to take out the first blood onto the Angela, and in the meantime, Dusty Mizo actually prioritized the first neutral objective for his side. A lot of trades they won in a single moment.
That is true, and with the kind of situation right now, it is, of course, Zohan once again leading the early game. That is something that you do not want to do, because they have the Bruno in their hands and the Fasa. So there has to be something different coming out from T4 Sahur. They have the hearts, they have the heart to fight it out. But right now, as we can see, Sai is getting caught off guard alone in a lot of moments, and this Zacian is not being able to support him that well. So after maybe the Angela getting the hard guard, and look at that, the above turret has been dominated. So this might be approach from T4 Sahur that, hey, we are going to sort of lack out in the early game, but we are going to do our best to support the goal laner right here, and that might change the game, just like Prime did in game 1 for Zohan. And this is going to be an opportunity. But look at that, both the teams are quite ready in the top lane. Is Akai going to be caught in a bad situation once again? And look at that, family problems going straight for the Angela.
Okay. Feather Airstrike again forced out there, but we're not getting any kills for the side of Zohan with this ult. The thing is, I mean, they're kind of playing defensive, both these sides. Whereas I'm not the Zohan. Zohan is actually dominating the game. They're going aggressive. They know they have an early game draft. Whereas Tung Sahur knows that their draft is kind of late game drafting, so they are not actually going for it. But oh, what just happened off cam? We just saw that Harith falls down onto Dusty Mizo. It was actually a great sight to see, but now once again prioritizing and invading the jungle. Phobius managed to take the red away from the Panda. Infernal Pursuit coming in, 3 members are there. Heavy Spins comes in as well. Hardcard is about to come. So encouraging the fight. They are right now engaging here, but I don't feel they will be taking out anybody. But right now the Panda is going on to family problem. In the meantime, the total dance already start for Dusty Mizo, and Panda with a retreat can also go and contest for it, because Phobius is not there, and you have the Lapu Lapu to give you the opening. Here, let's see who will having the retreat here, but the stun coming in from the high note, but it will be a total steal by the Panda there. 4 members are right now engaging, and I feel like Tung should dismantle themselves from the fight. They should not take it because they got the turtle. Now you should go back, hold the game, and come back once again in the turtle time.
Without the heavy spin, with the kind of stun coming out from the Panda itself, from the Bakshia as well as the Fasa, still Sai managed to secure out the turtle. That is definitely great. And look at that once again. It is going to be the heavy spin, and this looks like a solo kill for Sai right here. Liz coming in with the assist as well. And right now is the moment where everything can be taken away from from Zohan right here by Tung Sahur. And Dusty Mizo is just going to drive away in his limousine right here, because Bruno is right now taking the top turret. So that is a kind of a trade-off, and what matters is the goal from those 2 goal laners right here. Look at that, Bruno is a little ahead in the goal from Harith right here. Do you think that is going to matter come at late game, or is Harith a little more powerful than the Bruno here, Ash?
Obviously, but in the bot, we can see a kill coming in with the bravest fighter onto the 4PS. Feather Airstrike comes in as well for the zone. And this time, a lot of burst as well. Glorious Pathway popped up. In the meantime, we can see the heavy spin will be dismantling everybody from the back line. It is disrupting as well. It's having first
Beautiful.
the wild entry for Lees. Lees will be taking out the highlight there. What a sight to see right now. A domination is right now coming from the side of Tung Sahur. As I was expecting, the game is a like a mid to late game, and it is favoring them at this moment. They're kind of stealing the lot. I mean, the turtle, the neutral objective now. They're prioritizing the fights, getting up the macro there. Basa, okay, he was about to get the, zone out by the Lapu Lapu.
Yeah, definitely. And look at the three-man party of Zohan right now. They are looking for the objectives. They know it very well that they have to take the objectives in order to propel the teams to the top right now. Because mechanically, they are quite being challenged by Tung Sahur. But look at the four-man gang coming in. They're somehow surviving though.
Aggression being picked up. This time heavy spin is there. Harris gonna take out that high loss for sure, and yeah,
Wow.
he will be taking him out, but this time he will be taken down as well. Instant redemption from the Forza. Killing spree will also be there. 1 for 1, 2 for 1. Can it be a 3 for 1 or 2 for 2? Let's see what will happen. 3-man right now chasing down there.
No.
Hardguard is still on by Angela, so she can go for that Hardguard onto Lapu Lapu. In the meantime, Bruno managed to take down a tier on the bot. Turtle spawn into the land of Dawn, and maybe it will be a free turtle for the side of Zohan, because I don't feel like Tung Sahur will be contesting it, even though they are about to contest it. The Richie was popped up firstly by the side of Zohan, and they managed to secure it down right now. Going into the mid lane, 3 members. Baksha is going for a roller coaster ride on there.
Once again.
Comes in this time. Okay, the Phobius with 3-man corner pursuit is coming in, but he will be taken down in the process. It was the 3-man trapping down him in the red bumper right now. Once again, engaged is being there from Tung Sahur, as well as from Zohan. It is like a brawl server. They started it in a defensive way, but now they're kind of tilting towards the brawl server gameplay. Every time we're seeing a map, we're seeing a fight coming in from both these sides, and they don't care about it. And you know what? These fights are kind of giving the Bruno a little bit of gold spike, and you don't want that thing. You need to take him down. You need to take the backliner down. Okay, did he manage to take down the blue? Yeah.
They got the blue, they got the top turret as well, and Zohan are steaming in, getting everything in sight, whereas T4 Sahur right now are looking kind of dead in this game situation, where you have nothing to go for, and you are being outmatched both in gold as well as the damage department. When it comes to it, Horus is still needing one more item in his arsenal, and Angela hasn't quite built anything except for the crystal right here. So it is gonna be up to them to get a few more items before T4 Sahur can do anything about it. Zohan knows about it, and they are exactly countering this. They are trying to take as much away from them as they can in their prime moment. Look at Prime doing what he does best. Knows his prime moments and shines when it is needed. He knows that team fights are not exactly what he can go for right now, so he is getting as much time as possible on those goals so that he can farm up and get going. COC might have been his favorite game right here, but look at the situation. The Lord first is spawning in, and it is still the red debate out coming out from Team Zohan. Can they be successful in getting the red tree from Sai? But no, it is gonna be Sai who's securing the red right here, and both the red trees are there, I believe, but this is still a competition. Sai is a one-man army who is gonna one more time try to steal it out, but he's not gonna be successful, as Win is there. They are too familiar with the gameplay from Sai right here, and all of the others from T4 Sahur haven't contributed much yet. It is kind of looking like a dead draft right here. Look at the emojis, look at the confidence from Zohan coming in, and this Lord might as well be the ending factor for all the outer turrets, as well as a great opportunity to end things for Zohan right here.
secure the neutral objectives and secure the tiers from each and every lane. And now it's time to take down the base. This is what Zohan gameplay is. This is what experience looks like. I mean, even though there was a backlash in between, but then they managed to come back with the objective specified gameplay. And now heavy spin comes up for the safe. You'll be going back with that heavy spin, and the chunky minions of the Lord will be taking out the blazings from the tiers, I mean from the inhibitors obviously, and it will not be a good case for the side of Zohan because another wave of Lord minions will be coming soon. Feather Airstrike comes in as well, but also works in the process. But still, the top lane blazing will still be on, and the holy blessings will probably defending this Lord easily. But these big minions are right now enjoying their way on the inhibitors. Glorious pathway popped up. It's an engage coming in by the Zohan side. A fight coming in as well. We can see a jump, a dive from the side of Zohan, but in the meantime, a penetration with the magic, with the hard cutting on. Harris managed to take down family problem where the race right comes in. A lot of process as well. Bruno in the meantime can he manage to split push the inhibitor? Obviously he managed to do that. Yes. And now he's going for the Harris. It's Dusty Mizo standing in the way of the victory for Tung Tung Sahur. Managed to take down the Lees there, and minions again coming in. Bruno managed to take down the Ionic Hero members. It is the mage and the support with the Lapu Lapu there. Can they clear this wave out or not? Because two more waves are coming in, and also three waves are going out as well from the side of Tung 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 Sahur. Still the first out with the Feather Airstrike right now clearing the lane.
Solo kill!
Oh my goodness! The win as well as Payton is doing the work. Zohan is going to clean sweep the game number 1 of today. That is Zohan versus Tung 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 Sahur. It's a win for Zohan. It's a 2-0 for Zohan. They will be cleaning sweep this match, as well as they will be going into the next round. That is the sweep stage of MEA x FEAI Grand Fest Season 1. What a game, what a domination they showed in the late, because it was actually falling down from their hand, but then they managed to come back with the objective specified gameplay. And the Bruno which I was talking about, that if he will be having the goal spike, he will be taking down the game, and that would happen in the late. Roots.
Oh my god. Ouch is what I can say from the performance from Zohan right here, and from the screaming of STC apparently. But hey, that was such a fun fight, I can say. STC is riled up in the caster's desk and literally showcasing how brilliant of a legacy Zohan has just shown. They were kind of in a bad situation. They were sad after what happened in the last LAN tournament, and now they are coming up with their legacy once again, showing the people why they are the best team in Mizoram, if not all of India and Northeast. As we can see already, what a dominating and convincing victory in this 2-0 fashion. If one game, the first game, wasn't enough, the second game was definitely a one-sided victory for Zohan right here. And look at the kills as well. So many less kills and just objectives is what Zohan focused on and got it. That is why you can see the grading system is not that bright. But hey, what is bright is their futures getting straight direct tickets into our Swiss stage right here as Zohan qualify for the next round of our tournament. And well, Tung 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 Sahur, you guys have played really well. We have to congratulate you for all the heart and for all the skills you have shown so far. The last draft was kind of but then again, you guys have a bright future ahead. So maybe next time in some other tournament, in some other day, you guys are gonna show us what exactly you guys are made up of. Till then, it has been absolute pleasure watching you guys battle it out all throughout. and welcome back, guys. Welcome to the Esports Festival of Lights right now. It is, of course, MEA x FEAI, and you are watching the second game tonight of the round of 64. Just after the dominating fashion of Zohan, we are gonna witness two of the better teams facing it out once again. Of course, it is gonna be Superior Cooks versus Warrior of Wills. Warrior of Wills on the blue side, whereas Superior of Cooks are on the red side right now. As you can see, the draft is going on in the background while I take a moment to introduce you to some of the things. Of course, if you're just tuning in, this is not just a regular Mobile Legends tournament. It is a LAN tournament, a LAN event for your favorite Mobile Legends. But of course, there's even more. It is an esports festival including your favorite games like BGMI, eChess, Dota 2, and then there's FC Football for all your FIFA fans right there with both PC and mobile connectivity. Yes, this is a LAN event, guys, and mark your calendars for the dates being announced. It is going to be October 16th, 17th, and 18th in the beautiful city of Aswal, Mizoram, at our Tentahuma Hall, and we are gonna be so excited for things to go out. Already, we can see so much action coming in. In fact, Zohan just booked their tickets to the Switch stage, and who is gonna be next on the clock to book it out is the question. But of course, such a grand tournament cannot take place without proper sponsorship and management. That is why we would like a moment to thank Vista from Mobile Legends, who have powered us by supplying 1 lakh diamonds. The gracious sponsorship has definitely been appreciated. Along with our second sponsor, it is going to be CK Hyundai, who have done their gracious efforts in making all this possible. The collaboration of DTS Esports has been magical in making every management the way it should be. And of course, the internet, which everybody complains about, the ping spikes, the lags, that has been absolutely fixed with our internet partners of the event. It is going to be next gen right here. So without further ado, as we can see, Warrior of Wills versus Superior Cooks. This has been, of course, Runs Official. As you recognize, along with me has been this handsome Munda, Ash TC all along. And Ash, what do you think of the draft so far? Are we back into that utility meta right now?
Of course, I mean, the EXP meta going on, so utility will be more prioritized. Even the support apps got the, you can say, the spike into the buff when with the recent patch. So therefore, I mean, support with the utility too works better. So therefore, a lot of people are right now prioritizing the utility. Even in the previous 2 matches, we didn't saw a single assassin coming in. And there is only 3 assassins which are in the S and double S tier, that is Ishan Chain, Hayabusa, as well as Lancelot. You cannot rely onto a Fanny, Joy, or a Suyu in this meta. Even you cannot go for a Ling or a Gushan. I mean, obviously, you cannot rely on a Gushan in any meta, but still... Still people practice.
Oh no,
that's the thing. I mean, but still now they will be going with the Phobius, and we'll be going to see a Metro Zero series hero, that is obviously Ixia. She got the skin buff right now, but I don't know how much she is effective against Irithel because of the stationary. Just like the Persa, her ultimate is actually a stationary thing. So Irithel got the mobility.
Yeah.
If you're going against Irithel with that type of skills, you might get a problem. And there you see a spell which is known as Sprint, which is known for running, which is inbuilt in Zilong. so she can easily dodge you out and can take you out. So that's the thing. I mean, you should not go for Ixia against the Irithel. But due to the damage, I feel like it will work. But you know what? Whenever I see something counter comfort, I always say one thing: the execution. How the execution will be showing us the win or the lose of the game. But right now in the banning section, we're gonna see Atlas coming in, maybe a respect ban because we never see Atlas, as well as a carry will be taken out from here. So 2 respect bans is being seen far now.
Yeah, and honestly, with the Ixia Ash, as you said, they are stationary. But then again, there is the Matilda, which can work beautifully with the Ixia right here. And with the mobility, it will provide the whole team, along with the Lunox, that can make wonders happen. And honestly, I love the Lunox pick here. Against Abaxia, it can be really good. But hey, you have to worry about the Aerotil as well as this Hilda right here. Oh, look at those bans though. It is horrific to say the least. Horrendous bans on the part of Esperial Cooks. That is going to be the Art Atlas as well as the Alucard being banned out. I mean, there are certainly better options to ban, but hey, this might be Esperial Cook's secret strategy right here, or they are just taking it lightly because they are so confident in their capabilities all around. The Zushin being banned out. What is going to be the last ban of this match? It is, of course, going to be the Boogie Monster of the Land of Dawn. It is going to be Glue itself getting banned, and we are going to see the offlaners now crashing it out. Already one of them has been picked up, the Phobius. Pretty good, but I think that is a bit premature on their part, because the Phobius without any dash heroes in the opponents, I mean, does it work out well, Ash?
It might work out against a Hilda, but you know what? The thing is, Hilda and Baksha in the same team is actually gonna give them a lot of invasion potential for the side onto blue side. I mean, I forgot the name though.
Oh,
It's
yeah. The blue side is actually Fighter of Wills, Warrior of Wills. Yeah, and Esperial Cooks.
Yeah. So Warrior of Wills is actually gonna have a lot of problem in the early game. There will be a lot of invasion from the side of Esperia Cook, EC. Let's call them EC. I don't even know what's the meaning, just like you, of Esperia Cook. It is actually, I mean, feels like some washing machine company. I don't know. So
they might just sponsor themselves up with Step Bros, and then they can have a great fiesta. Step Bros might get stuck in the washing machine.
Of course, but the Sicilian coming in from their side is kind of a suspect, because you know what, the Sicilian in this current meta don't have the early game damage, early game burst. He's someone who's known as the mid lane Aldos, or just like
my
this.
God.
I mean, the late game with the stacks on, you can melt down anybody you want, you can penetrate down anybody you want, but in the early game, you'll be falling down again and again. And from this side, they have a early game potential because they have a Lunox. And Lunox, after the fourth level, she is a menace. She with the Dark Earth is a menace creature in this MLBB, in this Land of Dawn as well. So this is why I'm asking this, that I'm thinking about this, that 50-50 chance for each and every side. It is more about the execution, just like what happened in the Zohan game. They just hold the game probably for 3-4 minutes, and they went out full way in the late section, and they managed to take down the victory. This time, let's see if Esperia Cook can do that thing, or it is Team Warrior of Wills who will be fighting their wills in the Land of Dawn at MEAX FEAI Grand Fest Season 1 BO3 series. Here we are, guys, getting into the Land of Dawn for the first set of this BO3 series of the second match of tonight. That is between Team Warrior of Wills versus Team Esperia Cook. And most probably, I think that this game goes to Esperia Cook with the draft of late game. They have the MM potential into their side. But if Ixia can bring something here in this game, it might wrong me.
Yeah, I mean, it does matter when we talk about it, but hey, we are back into the Land of Dawn. This is going to be game number 1 coming in. This is the round of 64. Whoever gets this best of 3 victory is going to go straight into the Swiss stage right here. And we all know top 8 teams are going to make it to the LAN tournament in as well. So we are all waiting on that opportunity. The draft has been questionable at times for both the teams. As Ash said, he is definitely voting for Esperia Cooks. But hey, what do you guys think of this situation? Can Warrior of Wills actually have the will to fight it out and get some victory here? I mean, they do have the backlane dive, they have the outrange potential, because even Sicilian can get outranged by the Ixia right here. However, the Kufra, I mean, does not sound that good, but hey, he might be picked up cause of the Leomord pick right here. So we have to see if this Leomord is worth it. But look at the bottom lane fight coming in. So far, Kufra is going to miss the jump, and Iltil is going to survive on that quarter of an HP with her team coming up for some backup.
Of course. And in the meantime, we can see the opening was clear, but it was the Espure Cook who doesn't find the way for the kill though. Now, as I said to you, Bakshia and the co will be giving a lot of invasion, and right now they're kind of farming at the jungle of Warriors of Will, but we'll be getting out the buff as well. Leo mode it is. So we're gonna see a fight coming in as well. The engage from the side of Will. But here you go. Sicilian coming in with a bat impact will be taking the first blood onto the Kufra, and right now will be going on to the Leo mode as well. And they will be going back. This is the way they started their way for themselves. The first kill just got in the hand.
Oh no, I mean, whenever I see a first blood coming out from the Sicilian, it is never a good sight. I'm like, why the Sicilian? Why not anyone else? Because Sicilian gets so much of stacks from kills, and if Sicilian gets that early game rolling, then it is much easier for him to get those stacks. But look at Hilda jumping in. Lunox forced to use the brilliance, and that is gonna be a situation where the Lunox has used up her brilliance right here. But hey, she still has the chaos, and there we go. Baxia is already trying to get the turtle on his mark. Let's see if he is successful in doing so. A fight will break out any moment, and Baxia secures the turtle fight. Ixia with the bird coming in. It was the connecting crush, and that is going to be the situation right here. Ixia is battling for her life. Beautiful flicker coming in. Sicilian takes out the Lunox on her way, and that is going to be a 2-for-2 trade out, actually 2-for-1, and the turtle in favor of Warrior of Will as well. So all in all, I think it is the fair trade, but then again, Sicilian getting back kills is definitely not a favorable situation if you are a Warrior with a Will right here, Ash.
Of course, Warrior of Will is actually walking great at this moment. Even they're actually having a good coordination in that way, but they didn't find the way for the objective. It doesn't matter. Bat impact, the cycle ball getting connected there with the Batfish coming in as well. Us being forced out, but Ixia will be found from the backside. The back door was open. It was the Katolkacha taking down the kill there. Heavy crossbow is coming in, and Bat impact once again connecting. It's the killing spree for the Sicilians. Right now going for the double onto the Leo mode. Dark Call just comes in as well, and this time will be bursting down Katolkacha with the stun out of the Lunox, and it will be a triple for the CSD. My goodness, the mid laner is reigning with the terror, and he is managing to take down a triple in just 4 minutes of the game.
501 KDA. That is as good as you can get with a Sicilian coming into the game just 4 minutes in. Are you actually a late game monster, or are you something else is the question. But the number of mistakes which were done by Warrior of Wills is actually even more than the number of kills Sicilian has at this moment. I mean, it was such a disarray of performances. The Leon jumping in prematurely, and then of course Lunox going in with the brilliance, and then just, you know, committing a suicide on her part is where the problem started. And with the kind of good entry or the good early game which Warrior of Wills had, this is certainly turning out into a bad one. The goal lead certainly agrees with my point, with a 2k goal lead for Espure Cooks, certainly cooking up the situation right here, as Irithil already showing off her damage. 1 burst and half HP for Lunox has fallen. Sicilian has such a superior connection on those Sanguine Claws, and here we go, one more action coming in.
OG comes in, it will be taking out the Kufra as well as the Phobos falling down there. In the meantime, we can see the ult coming in, but from the back door was totally open. Heavy crossbow is right now melting down the XGR there. And right now, Lunox and the Co will be going back side, and it will be giving a free turtle for the side of Team Espure. But no, they're not, interested in the turtle. They're casually interested more into the tier. Okay, they managed to take the tier as well as the turtle. 2 trades got into the hand as well as 3 kills. So it is actually 4 trades into the hand of Espure Cook. Sorry. Oh my goodness, bust down the Ixia there. Sanguine Claws comes in, heavy crossbow as well. As I told you, the Ixia will be melted down by the Irithil from the beginning, and this was not a good case to pick up the Ixia for this side of your draft.
I mean, right now, just the thing more useless than Ixia pick right now is the Kufra on Inferno right now. He is having such a bad moment, and he is not being able to do anything in this situation, because The range factor is here. If he engages onto the front line of the Baxter or the Hilda, he has nothing to deliver. And look at up top as well. It is going to be an easy kill coming in. Phobius dies down, and it is just the Leomord who is there for suffering, as it is he has suffered all his life. And look at the damage coming out from Irtil as well. No Tail surviving with just 1 HP unless Baxi just wants to jump in and secure that kill. It has, however, been a one-sided affair, and right now Espira Cooks has definitely cooked something they will remember for. They are ready and they have shown why they came prepared. Warrior of Wills are slowly losing their will to fight right now because they are losing turrets left, right and center as the third turtle is gonna spawn in. But look at that once again, bottom lane, Ixie are getting fried by Sam right here on that Irrital. Brilliance being used, but hey, this is not the kind of situation you think of. And Warrior of Will right now with the AOG blocked away, but No-Tail has no brilliance. Cobra with the wonderful Tyrant's Revenge though.
Poor man got caught up in the Tyrant's Revenge. Phantom Series just comes in, as well as the Dark Call already been used. Phobius giving a rotation there onto the bot side, giving a lot of Infinite Pursuit, handling the back line, but will not be enough to take down the Sicilian. And you need to take down or shut down the Sicilian. The goal is the bounty, the goal, everything is on his head. And you need to take it down. Otherwise, this goal lead, which is right now 6k, will probably reach to 10k goal lead as well. And the damage spike will always be into the hand of side of Espure Cook. And Espure Cook is not just going inside, but right now they will be holding the game, will be taking the lot, and then they will show their real dominance of this game. They got a Hilda for themselves. They got a Gatotkacha, two heroes who can give them a perfect opening. And you know, from your side, it's only the Neo mode who can reach the backline. But overextension, which will be pricey for the side of Espure Cook. It is the Ixia taking down the Irithel there on the pot.
I mean, I kind of knew that the Ixia can fire in the late game, and she has been positioning herself well, but the team so far has not been performing as far. Inferno has an opportunity to do something here, but the Tyrant's Revenge was actually horrendous on this part, and this team fight does not look pretty, Ash.
Of course, Bakshia managed to take down Lunox in the process. Sicilian is still getting chased down, but will be taken down. No, it will be a double kill for the Bakshia onto the Leo mode. Maybe he will be absolutely getting a triple as well, because right now Kupra in a sliver of HP cannot counter him down. It's a triple for Bakshia. Can he go for the Maniac? No, before that heavy crossbow comes in and it will be taking down, melting down the Phobius. And this time it will be a free lord contested by the side of Espure Cook, which will be actually uncontested, because I don't feel like Warriors of Will, goal laner will be going to take down this slot or clutch it. But no, still Lunox coming in.
Yes, definitely so, and this is looking like a three-man situation. No-Tail has no idea what's coming. If it wasn't for the brilliance, Lunox would have been caught even more than she has already. And things are looking so severe if you're a Warrior of Will's fan, because nothing is quite working out, and exactly why even the Leomord cannot secure his blue buff right here. Only one kill so far and 5 on the board, and Kupra missing the easiest of ultimates, easiest of jumps on to their main damage dealer is Sam of Superior Cooks. That just tells us the whole story of this series so far. AOG connecting flush, but what can they do in this situation?
Okay, Tyrant's Revenge. Before that, Phantom Street comes in. Kupra will be taken down, melted down with the Bat Impact. With the Bat Fist on, it will be a double for the Cesti. In the meantime, Luna's trying to kill there, but Irithel with the damage, with the heavy crossbow, will be melting down and sending down them into the base section. Holy Blessing just popped up there in the mid, but they will be having the inhibitor. Lord and a half of HP will be taking out the inhibitor of the bot as well. Every turrets are falling down, and Sicilian is still standing tall and strong as well, because nobody is there to take him down. Nobody is there to reach also to him. And this is the reason Team Warriors of Wills are losing this game, because they don't have anyone to reach the backline other than the Phobius. And even though the Phobius is contesting for the backline or to disrupt the backline, he's trying his best, but in the process is getting meld down because of the goal lead and the damage spike Team Espure Cook have. Right now 9k goal lead is too much.
Yes, exactly. The goal lead has shot up right in the 8k, 9k mark, and that is troublesome, especially if you have a Sicilian and an Irithel in your opponents. The Baxia is so much tanky, he hasn't even died once. Sicilian on a 707 KDA just shows us the rest of the story, and it is definitely Warrior of Wills who has to not just do anything, they have to change the entire gameplay they have, or else they will just get cooked. Like right now, Lunox is getting cooked by the entire team. So far, I love the Lunox pick, but it just seems like the Lunox does not have anything, any position or any space to actually play her hero out at this moment. Inferno is definitely not performing up to the mark, and look at the beautiful Sanguine Claws coming in. That is just going to restrict everybody from Warrior of Wills to do anything. The Lord coming in the 15-second mark, and so far we see no lights for Warrior of Wills right here. So let's see if they can do something when this Lord is arriving, Ash.
Yep, only 1 second for the Lord, and it's here. It is the second Lord of the Land of Dawn, and it might get an easy Lord for the side of Esper Cook, but I don't feel like the Warriors of Will gonna contest it, because look at the goal lead. Okay, before they can contest, they just take out the Lord easily, and it's a Lord Slayer mark for the Bakshia. Not for the Bakshia, actually for the Irithel. She was the one getting down the 2 Lord, and right now if you will see the macro, not a single tier from the top and from the mid is being taken down. Only 1 tier being granted onto the side of Warriors of Will, and from the side of Team Esper Crook, they're kind of cooking the whole game. They cook whole Warriors of Wills, because they got all the tiers. Only 2 inhibitors are standing right now, and they might fall down with this Lord emerging into the bot side with the chunky minions as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a one-sided affair where Warrior of Wills are kind of getting the bad hand of the relationship right now. So that is the kind of affair these guys are having. Superior Cooks are definitely getting their hands full with the kind of operations they're conducting right now. And look at that, an early flicker being pointed out from Ixia. That is just not what you want to see, especially with Mr. Lord marching on your door. An early barrage being used. EOG coming in clutch, Ash.
Okay, Irithel find the way for the Ixia. Phantom Stick comes in. AOG, I mean, the Katolkacha will be taken down. Bakcha as well. In the meantime, Monster Kill will be secured by the last Cecilian there. But you know what? It's a defense. It's actually the defender base easily. 3-man, and right now standing there, Sanguine Cross once again comes in. But this time, Leo Moore is getting a lot of damage from the Sicilian. But no one is there to back him up. The Hilda and the Irithel will be going back. So we will have to wait for another Lord. Esper Cook needs another Lord to take down this game.
Yeah, I mean, the kind of damage which we saw, that was the Lunox coming in. Actually, that is one of the rarest moments we have seen so far in the match. But when she can deliver the damage, that is why this defense has occurred right now. But what are they going to do with the moment is the situation. Warrior of Wills right now have an opportunity to get a pick off, get a kill, but hey, they are gonna take this moment to regroup. They have to clear out the turrets, and we will presumably see a Lord fight taking place in about 40 seconds when we go for the Lord scene. Right now, all the teams are ready, and finally, Leomod is gonna secure his raid blue buff right here, Ash.
Of course, and we're gonna see an engage. No, it's not an engage actually. It's actually an invasion out of the blue, and it actually forced out the retreat from the Leo mode as well. 16 seconds for the Lord, and doesn't have the retreat for 20 seconds. So it's kind of another free Lord coming in for the side of Esper Cook. And it's actually a free Lord even if the retreat was on for the Leo mode, because I don't feel like he's gonna contest it with a goal deficit of 5k. Still they have a goal deficit of 5k, and this is the thing. I mean, after 18 minutes I'll not look after the goal lead or goal deficit, because it will actually useless things, as everybody will have all those items build up. But no, it's like the Lord dance will be starting from the side of Warriors of Will. They have the will to take this game on. They have that guts in their back to go for the Lord dance, but it is actually a big risk. They are going for a risky thing. Now they are kind of going for the Bakshia at the moment. Infernal Pursuit comes in, and might they will take down the Mega kill coming from the Lunar.
Bat Impact, Batfish will be taking back that Sicilian away, will be stalling him away there. With all coming in, it's a clutch as well as a double kill will be secured by the Lunox. 2-man down already, and only the Irithel and the 2 damage dealer are right now surviving. Nobody is there to give them a front line. Phantom Street just comes in. Irithel with a heavy crossbow might take down the Phobias there. Okay, the Springs comes in. It's a skill. Once a double actually on the Phobias. 2-man down.
That's a mistake.
Nobody is there to take down the Lord right now. And
that...
not take the Lord, I mean Esper Crook, but they'll not give that away to Warriors of Will as well. No need to fight at that moment with their Irithel. Come back.
Exactly, that was one of the biggest mistakes Warrior of Wills can do accordingly, because they could have actually secured that Lord after coming back, and now the situation has just turned around. Leomord is dead, whereas Baxia is alive, and it will be an easy Lord for Espira Cox right here. Beautiful barrage coming in, but then again, Warrior of Wills are lacking in the fundamentals in the discipline category. That is exactly why they have lost every fight they've taken so far, and that is the result of it. Right now, finally, Warrior of Wills are cooking, but then again, Espira Cooks have been the Grand Hotel chefs who have served their famous Lord dish in a hot plate right now. The Lord marching down mid lane. Can a Warrior of Wills find the will to survive, the will to fight? And that is going to be taken in just a few moments here. Ash, is this the end?
I feel so. The Lord is emerging into the base, and Kupra might not get survived this engage. The Pricker, I mean the immortality pops up, and this time Phantom Street comes in. Baksha will be finding a kill on the Kupra. He's with the Hulk, going on to full damage. Godlike for the Lunox or the Kacha, but this time a double kill will also be secured down there. Okay, they managed to defend it down. Oh my goodness, Phobius goes in, but will be taken down as well. The Lord managed to take the base out. So I thought that we can defend the base, but it was not the case.
Yeah,
Base just got blown up. Crystal popped up, and it's a win for. I mean, it's a lead for the start. I mean, a good start for the side of Esper Crook. They got a lead.
Yeah, the beautiful flicker coming in from the Ixia right here, Zell, who just blocked Gatutkacha out. But then again, most of his teammates couldn't quite muster up much to do, and that shows in the KDA. Phobius being the least of the lot with a 177 KDA just proves how detrimental it can get if you pick a side laner without any prior notice or preparations. The Phobius in the situation had nothing much to do, whereas because there were no dash heroes honestly in the side of Espira Cooks. So definitely the draft has to be blamed here. The Lunox was really late coming in, but then again she did give a lot of damage, in fact maximum damage on their part. And then Irithel was the trump card played by Espira Cooks. We thought that Sicilian Solace is going to cook them out, but it was the Irithel in the end who dealt the most damage. Mistakes were definitely made on the part of the Warrior of Wills right here, so they have to find a will to survive and get going, because this is the last chance they're going to get in the MEA x FEAI, because right now it is a best of 3 series and they have already lost the first game. The pressure is on them. Backs against the wall. Can they deep dive and get going is the question coming in. Let's see if they can do the same for the next match coming in. Right now it is going to be 1-0 coming out for the team of Espira Cooks right here. As 1-1 gets the ban, we are going to go straight in to game number 2 here in this best of 3 series. This is the second match of the evening, guys, and you're watching the MEA x FEAI Grand Fest, the Grand Festival of Esports. And this is certainly something which we are looking forward to. It is already the closing of round of 64 right here. Just a few more teams left. As announced, the top 16 teams have already made it. One more adding to the list is going to be Zohunt, and now we are going to see if who is going to join in along with the likes of LCF, Zohunt, and Kadu Esports. Is it going to be Espira Cooks, or is it going to be Warrior of Wills? Right now, the situation just says that Warrior of Wills are kind of finding it hard to actually fight for what they will for. right now. Ash, what do you think of the draft so far?
Only love and night
Your team
are
is
everlasting.
Sorry, I think there is some technical issue from my side. I was been talking, but no, I'm back, guys. It's a 1-1 and Lunox going ban from the side of Espirico, because you know what, the Lunox was someone who was playing the whole game. She was the one carrying the whole game, and therefore that's reason they banned this Lunox, and might they will not get problem in this game as well. Espirico is actually having a lot of experience, I feel so, because they literally went for those team fights without any rush and managed to take them down. The only barrier was the Lunox, who was taking them down again and again. And this time they just banned it out, making sure that they will not have any hindrance for this match, as this is the match point game for them. And if they win this game, they will be into the Swiss stage, or maybe they will be in the top 8 team as well, going into the LAN. Spear Crook, one of the underdog, representing themselves at the MEA LAN on October 16, 17, 18, that are in Thuma Hall in Aizawl, Mizoram. But right now, Ruby will be taken out, as well as Baksha, Cecilian, and Irithel. So Cecilian, Irithel, Baksha, 3 respect bans we can see coming out from the side of Wills.
Oh my
Because
God.
they really got fed up from those 3 picks. But are you sure? Because you just banned those 3 heroes, but you open a lot of things right now. Ishanshin is open, Lancelot is open, Hayabusa is open in the mid lane, Forza is open, Kimi is open, Kadita is open in the EXP, Lapu Lapu, Uranus. Lot of heroes, lot of options are open right now. So you banning
Basically
those
everything is
out-of-the
open.
heroes, you cannot ban a Irithel. Irithel can be countered. Irithel cannot be banned. You cannot ban a Cecilian. Cecilian is the out of meta pick. I mean, he's not in the meta. So a lot of picks are there, but this is the fear of the picks. The respect for the picks comes out from the SPR crew, who managed to give them the whole game. Not only the game, but a dominating side they've shown to us, as well as the fans, as well as the viewers, as well as to the Warrior of Will. But now we're gonna see 2 big daddies coming in. That is a Franco as well as a Yuzong from the side of Warrior of Will. And to counter it down, we will be seeing an Xbog being shown in the panel. Maybe they will prioritize it as well. A Forza will be a perfect pick here, but I have a doubt that Forza can have some hindrance because the Yuzong is there. He can go and mark out the backline. The previous game was whole bagged for the side of Wills, because you know what? They doesn't have someone to go into the backline. Nobody was there to take down the Cecilian. Even I feel like Cecilian didn't die for a single time in the whole game.
Experience the euphony of suffering.
I mean, he actually didn't, and that is why it was such a bad maneuver. But then again, we are going to see once again, Espira Cooks are going to go for the Fedrin this time around, along with the Fovius first pick coming in and the Granger. I do not exactly know why the Fovius is being picked up so many times, and so like in a first pick situation, I mean, that is wow. But then again, we can see the Franco being picked up is definitely something surprising. And who knows, I mean, Inferno had such a bad game on that Kufra. This time around, it is going to be his redemption arc. Is he going to fail, or is he going to be the Super Saiyan his team needs him to be, is the question. And we kind of are settling into kind of a legend draft. I mean, I cannot call it epic because there's no Lala or Hanabi, but then again, there seems to be the Franco, and then there was what it seems to be the Xavier as well. But hey, we can see the retribution on the Melissa. Oh my god, that is going to be such a hard fight for Fedrin. How is he going to stun people, Ash? And yeah, that makes sense, honestly. And the Melissa is going to go for the goal lane. And Ash, like you said, the Fedrin can definitely be countered by the Akai. So we have to see if the Akai can be picked up from the end of the Warrior of Wills. The Fasa being banned out, the wonderful choice we had is no more, and that just opens the door for a lot more heroes, specifically ranged heroes, because there is the Yuzong, there is the Melissa, and there is the Franco as well. So we need some picks here which can outrange these heroes. Especially Melissa late game can literally bust anyone down, as we can think of it, Ash.
They should ban out the Xbox as well for them. If they go the Fedrin and they should not go for the counter. I mean, should not wait for the counter. You know, if you will go for the if you'll give them a chance to go for the counter of Fedrin, they might take on this game because they got the Melissa. The late game, obviously, the late game will be into their hands. You cannot wait for the late game in this one. You have to finish it up as soon as possible because you have an early game draft, and they are in the redemption arc, as you said. So we might see the redemption coming in from them as well. So let's see how it goes for both these sides because both of them are kind of looking great in this game. It's just that if they can do the proper things, not like in the previous one, then they can take on the game. I'm talking about Wills though, because Esprit Crook did each and everything in a proper way. Banning out the Nathan and now last pen coming in. Probably banning out the Alucard in the last pen coming in. Probably Xbox, yeah. It should be Xbox. And they went for it as well. But now the picks coming in from the side of Wills. They might go for that Ishanshin pick as well because Ishanshin is right now the only double S tier jungle and it is open. They can also go for something else because with a Fedrin
they can also go for another marksman.
Okay, I'm not sure. Is it Warrior of Wills or Warrior of Epic?
But it seems like they want to go for another marksman, guys. Oh my god. I mean, this might be the first time we are seeing that the YSS is left wide open and nobody wants to pick it up. Oh my god, finally, there's gonna be the Louis being picked up. But hey, the Alucard being banned, the YSS being open. Are we in a different meta, Ash? Have we time traveled into the future or something?
Maybe that's the thing right now, but Grog is being seen in the panel and it will be actually work in this game because if you see, there is a Franco down there. It can dash out the Franco easily when he is casting his Bloody Hunt. And the thing is, whom he gonna cast the Bloody Hunt? Because there is a Phobius, the Fredrin is N as well. I might see like if team Esprit Crook will have an Angela here or a Florin, they might goes early game domination as well because a healer is needed right now. They got the Phobius, they got the Fedrin. A healer will actually suit the draft right now. Oopsie. Another mid lane boss. That mage is actually playing late game monsters.
Yeah, I mean, that is a late game monster, but then again, not quite sure if there were better options for without the Savior being picked up here. The Grok definitely hits the spot. He is wonderful for engages as well as disengages right here. He can cancel the Bloody Hunt with his Wild Charge, and then the Nature's Barrier can definitely deflect Yuzong. But who is going to be the last one being picked up? Surely not Lucas when we have YSS and Lancelot as well as Hayabusa open. Okay, let's throw that out the window. We are going to go with the old-fashioned Martis coming in. Can they take a Maniac is the question. A Martis against the Fedrin. Well, some might say he kind of counters the Fedrin, but that was like 4 seasons back. Let's see if this thing can renew itself in this arc. And can the Warrior of Wills can redeem themselves in this best of 3 series because they are down 1-0 and Esprit Crooks, all they have to do is cook this match out and get the victory to get to the Swiss stage of the MEA x FEAI Grand Fest. Yes, this is a LAN tournament, guys, of not just your favorite Mobile Legends 5v5, but a lot more games coming in. So let's see if what can happen as we go into the Land of Dawn as we load in. Do let us know down in the comments if you have seen such picks being picked up in competitive zones, maybe Rising or maybe in a tournament with your players coming in. I certainly feel that the goal laner for Warrior of Wills has a lot of potential. Can she show it is the question. The Melissa on her hands, that is kind of a hero which you can actually go 1v5 with unless you don't get farmed. But here we go, match number 2 coming in as we go into the Land of Dawn. Everybody is gonna try their best because everything is on the line, especially the top 8 spots for the LAN tournament at the beautiful city of Aswal at El Datahuma Hall, and this is gonna be a fight to look after. Ash, what do you think? Who is gonna come out on top, and who is actually gonna have a fairly easy early game here?
They might be thinking that this Franco is babysitting the Melissa there from the beginning, and it might cause difficulties for the side of Warriors of Will if they will give a rotation onto the EXP and can prioritize the EXP as well at this moment. Because you know what, this babysit things actually doesn't work in the tournament scenario. But if it will gonna work, I feel like Spirit Crook doesn't know how to counter this babysit thing. It's okay right now. Melissa is kind of going against the Granger in a heavy speed, and because of the Franco, she's not fearing anybody. But apart, when Franco will not be there, I'm damn sure the Granger will be terminating her out from the lane. This is how the games work. But now on the top, we can see the Yuzong is kind of having a problem there with the Phobius. He's kind of winning the lane there, which is absolutely not the case because the Yuzong should have won the lane. But there you go, Flicker just missed it down. Xavier going back, Retreat popped up as well. Grok being there, dash out the way for the jungler. In the meantime, we can see it's a engage from that. Okay, it's engaged from the jungler, and Fredrin will be going out as well. A lot of resources burned out in this little fight at the mid. That might cause the turtle for the side of Warriors of Will. They might take out the turtle for themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, I feel that the mid fight was taken around, and the Nature's Barrier was placed really well by Grok right here. But we'll have to see how things transpire in the first turtle fight coming in. The Martis is really strong in the early game, and this is an opportunity for the Grok to do something. However, both the Rumors have nothing right now to survive in this team. But look at that trade for the turtle. It comes Fedrin.
But Retreat will be forced out by the Martis. Bubbler will be secured by the Franco. Their Infernal Pursuit coming in. 4-man right now trapping down that Phobius, and Martis with the Decimation coming in will be taking out the Phobius as well. Okay, the wall just popped up, but this time this wall will diverting the way of Martis toward the blue buff of Fredrin. But okay, he doesn't want it. He will be going back. I feel like we're gonna see a third game.
Hopefully so, because we really need some more action coming in, especially after the Chef's Kiss match we saw in the first series, Zohan versus, of course, it was another team. But hey, then again, look at the situation right now. T4 Sahur was the other team playing against Zohan, and that was a fantastic match. We have to look out for this one as well, if we can actually find some way for Warrior of Wills to find the will and get the comeback right here. Game 3 would be hot, but right now it is looking like Inferno is kind of having a sad moment with his hooks right now. He is not going to be able to connect any of them, and Skypius already used on the Granger right here is Sam, and looks like they are pretty confident coming into this game too, Ash, because they can see already that what a comeback. Oh my god, Ash, what did we just witness?
Death Sonata popped up, and there was a lightning holo purple that is obviously dawning light from the Xavier, and it was actually massive damage onto the side for Warriors of Will. And then that Death Sonata gave the final blue and got the first kill for the side of Spirit Crook. This is what I mean, their lineup is kind of a late game draft lineup, so they need to hold this game a little bit. If they're gonna hold this game with having a patience, they might take down the late game for themselves. And Fedrin being there will actually be a problem for the Martis in the late. And the early game is actually suited for the side of Warrior of Wills, and this time the Will is firing up. Again, we're gonna see the Mortal Coils coming in, as well as a Decimation will be picking up the kill onto that Phobius, sending him directly into the heaven. This time they'll be prioritizing this turtle as well. Granger giving a rotation onto the top, onto the turtle side, and the hook will be connecting there. Grog going in. Granger will be finding a kill on the Franco once again, with the Rhapsody coming in once again as well. Death Sonata might fall up here once again. Let's see. Can Sam take up a kill there? Let's see what will happen. But before that, okay, he managed to take a kill there onto the Louis. Might get take down the Martis as well, but Yuzong, look at Yuzong, he's going against the Ranger. Phobius right now halting the way for the Yuzong, and it will be a free neutral objective. A turtle, second one goes to the side of Team Spirit Crook.
Look at the luck of Martis right here. he did connect with the Learning Light, did the Xavier Solace, but the Martyrs just survived with a slither of HP, literally 1 HP. You could have thrown anything, a soda bottle at him, and he would have died. And that is the situation right now. But hey, Sam the Granger got 3 kills in this situation, and so far both the teams are kind of not very comfortable with each other right now. I feel the synergy has been missing for both of them, and that is why Warrior of Wills has had a moment to actually get the better on this situation. Inferno, however, is lacking in those hooks department, and there's the Grok, of course. You cannot hook the Grok, that is the issue. But oh, look at the diversion!
Tribusion with a bloody hand. Fred will be taken down easily. It's a killing spree for the Martyrs with the decimation on sliver of HP. There you go. Melissa will be taken out. Martyrs entering into the fight, engaging there. Infernal Pursuit coming in. Mortal Coil as well. Burst is coming in by the Yuzong as well. Shut down for the Granger. In the meantime, Dawning Light popped off, but Phobius again got trapped down by 4 members, where Louis will be giving the final blow to him.
I mean, the Phobius had just engaged in such a long-lasting situation, in such a situation where even the Grok cannot protect him, and that is why the Bloody Hunt mixed with all the people can easily take him down. So far, the execution by Kibo on that Phobius hasn't been on mark, and that is gonna result in the top turret being taken down by Yuzong, and maybe the mid is gonna fall next, unless the whole of Team Superior Cooks have anything to say about this situation. Inferno is certainly doing well. Hey, look at the Breaker as well. There's nothing to be said. Soulless gets deleted off the face of the earth, and this is gonna be an easy in for Team Warrior of Wills. Finally finding something in the second game. Wild Charge being used for no reason here, Ash.
First mega kill will be secured by the Martyrs right now, going for a double. Okay, no double, because dismantling the whole way for Spear Cooks. And you know what, this time is actually Warriors of Will actually accumulating everything in their side. The macro as well as the micro, turtle, neutral objectives, everything for them is fine this time. And I don't feel like they will be taking down the late game. But in the meantime, Granger managed to take a solo against Melissa. It was a solo. Oh my goodness.
Wait a second. Did Inferno actually like shorten his hook or something? That was supposed to connect on Granger. But then again, that was a solo kill from Sam right here on the bottom lane. And he got to get away with it as well. So beautifully done. What Team Superior Cooks need right now is to do something. But oh, look at that. No Total is actually gonna, no Tail is actually gonna survive, because there was the Wild Charge, but there was no wall to actually get her trapped. So far, I think Superior Cooks are kind of lacking in the teamwork, but they are still kind of winning this match in the turrets category. For now, it has been Sam on that Granger who has been making the efforts, who has been making all the difference. And it is gonna be up to him to carry this game till the mid game. However, in the late game, Melissa is gonna rule, and Martyrs is kind of gonna fall. So 401 Martyrs, we would like him to stay for a little bit longer. So the snowball needs to carry on for both these teams. But let's look at what is gonna come up in this situation. 10 seconds for the Lord. I feel a team fight brewing here, Ash.
Course, and this time oh my goodness, the dash off on the Dragon, and the Dragon will be taken down. Inferno being still there will be going for a stun, and Infernal Pursuit comes in. This gank is totally working. Melissa falls down, as well as the Granger will be taking a kill out of the Franco. Also built for the Martyrs with the distribution coming in, killing spree with the inning reaction, or the Mobius shutdown will be there onto the Martyrs there. Double kill will be secured by the Granger, and he will be taking down the Louis. Let's see, a comeback. This is a comeback from the side of Spear Cooks. They managed to take down 4 members, and right now they're going for the mid tier. As I told you, they have a late game, and the mid game is already started. So if the late will comes in, I feel like Team Spear Cook will be winning this game.
Exactly so, and look at the diversion being used. Yuzong is there, but he does not know how to combo it up, and that might have actually been an easy kill onto Sam right here if he used the Petrify combo correctly, but he just does it seems to be able to get the flicker baited out from Solace right here. So kind of a funny match situation here where every team is kind of messing things up. And look at the build of Yuzong though. He has just gone straight up for the Malefic Roar right here. Maybe Phobius was just too tanky, or was it the Green Giant, the Xavier, who was just too tanky for him to take out? But look at the situation. Currently, SPA Cooks are leading in the Law department. Are they going to be able to get the Warrior of Wills? But look at the action.
Yan shut down for the Granger at last, and this time Dawning Light pops up. A double kill will be secured by the Yuzong, going for a triple, but mega kill will be secured by the Lunox. In the meantime, Instant Redemption comes in. Phobius managed to take down the Yuzong. Double kill will be secured this time for the Lunox. For the Louis actually, and in the meantime we saw that they managed to take down the Lord, and saw, obviously the Gozo Satoru standing there. The only
He's
one,
just taking his time.
The honored one is here, guys, and can he go for a 1v4? It's actually the edit,
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. You know what, Ash? He's still gonna win in the one before, because he is Gojo right here, guys. So he is gonna be able to do everything on his own. He's just chilling, guys. He's just a chill guy. Come on. His name is Solace. He is playing Gojo, and well, what else do you need to know? Look at that. He so easily his team defended this Lord. That's why he knew it. That's why he was just chilling without doing much in this situation.
He just managed to escape at the perfect moment, and this time they defend down the Chunky Minions as well as the Lord. Everything goes in the hand, even though they lost that fight. But still now, if you will see, there is a 5k goal lead in the hand of Warriors of Will. So they kind of gonna win this game if the kill trade will not be into the hand of Esper Crooks.
That is rightfully said, and I mean, the less I see of the builds is the better, but then again, finally Yuzong is trying to get some items which is beneficial for him. And talk about beneficial items, I think there might be something Melissa can do here, finally getting some items, but hey, here comes the Grok, and everybody's running in, and look at the wild charge!
Dawning Light popped up, Wild Chest out of the Yuzong taken down, Martis comes in with the decimation on, Franco got down there, double kill with the decimation on the Xavier. Melissa is right now cooking up there, Asperior cooks, EXP laner will be taken down in the process, Fredrin just goes in, but right now will be cooked out by there, Rhapsody comes in as well, will be taking down the Martis, but the 2 damage dealer will still stand strong and might take out this inhibitor and the base. This might be a game on for the side of Warriors of Will.
Finally, Warriors of Will have found the opportunity to turn the series around, and we are going to be going to a game number 3, guys, with Warriors of Will tying the series with Asperior Cooks on the back end. I just feel that Granger really messed it up in the last one. He could have saved himself, but he just got too greedy and he just lost his life. So Gojo chilling it out. I mean, I did say the Xavier was not the best option here, but then again, this is what it is. Very well played by Warriors of Will right here, especially Inferno, on that Franco did a lot more than he did in game 1 with the Kufra, and that is all that mattered. Grok was really good, but then again, the backline kinda didn't work out except for the Granger, and that might be one of the reasons why we can see a comeback situation being created with a wipeout from Team Warrior of Wills right here, Ash. Yeah, I feel.
And the
Yeah.
attributes are totally good for Wills, Warrior of Wills. They actually fight it well in this game, and they're deserving the second game. So right now we'll be going into the do or die, and there'll be no short break, I feel so.
Yeah, I think we are gonna continue while both those teams are gonna take a while and come back once again in just a few moments, or we are gonna see it once again live as we go into the game number 3. No breaks, no returns. If you are a Warrior of Will, you have to ride, you have to burn and shine I think it was the Hidden Leaf Village, which had this dialogue or slogan. I think the Fire of Will or something. Was it Ash?
Fun is all that matters.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah.
Definitely, definitely. And with this, I can feel like the Sicilian once again will be taken out. They knows the drill, so they just taking out the Irithel, Sicilian, and might they will take again that Bakshia out from the game as well, because those three picks actually let them win this match. But why the Franco this time coming out from Spear Cooks? Because of the Franco, I feel like okay, they might felt something from that Franco. The Franco was literally a game changer. His Bloody Hunt was actually onto the point. Even the Lunox ult with the Bloody Hunt was actually doing greatness. But the Yuzong was something. I mean, the build as well as the Yuzong with that when he missed out the Petri combo, it actually didn't work. So somehow, I mean, they could have finished up the game very easily. But the Yuzong was Yuzong was in a dilemma. So this time, might they will go for something else in the EXP, and as I told you, three respect bans will be on from the side of two respect bans this time from the side of Experience.
Oh my god. I don't know if what is worse, the three respect bans from Team Warrior of Wills, or is it Cooks who actually got three bans coming in, especially the Yuzong who had built up the Malefic Roar as his second item right here. So, but hey, it is what it is. The Ruby has been left open. Spear Cooks were kind of banning the Ruby out for the first two games, and they might have just forgotten about it. The Ruby, I hope, works out better than what the Yuzong was, and hopefully we can see something out of it. But hey, Zushin has been picked up by Solus right here, and that is the only exception I see. So far, he has picked up only late game mages, but this time around, the Zushin and the Hilda coming in combo. And is it gonna be the Granger stolen by Team Warrior of Wills right here from Sam? Because the Granger was working out pretty well. Not so sure though against the Zushin and Hilda, but hey, he just picked us up. And we're just gonna cross our fingers so that Inferno doesn't pick the Kufra once again. But hey, this is gonna be no tail going on that Louis. That might work in their favor, especially with the diversion coming in with the I am offended. That can definitely help with Granger as well as her whole team snowballing the situation. But here we go, Xbox being picked up early. This might be a sign that the team Spear Cooks are kind of signaling that the opponents are going to go once again with a utility jungler. I think this is the time where they can turn it around. I mean, the Vices, the Lance, and the Hayabusas have been ignored more than they have ever been ignored by their girlfriends. So, yeah, hopefully we can see something being picked up on this occasion, Ash.
Of course, a lot of things are open right now, and with this, they're kind of going with a burst potential with the Hilda once again coming into their side, as well as the Xbox will be prioritized by Esperia Cooks. And from that side, I can feel like they might go for the Ishanshin pick once again, or the Martis as well. The Martis was actually doing greatness in that game with the decimation on the two people, and that last blow was totally fine. And the two, actually, you did saw that the Louis and the Melissa combo was working greatly. And this time, okay, they banned the carry out there. Last ban coming in, probably Alucard, because in the two previous games we saw Alucard ban. It was actually a respect for someone from the side of Warrior of Wills who is actually a one-trick Alucard player. So that might be the reason they're banning out the Alucard every time in the previous two drafts. This time last ban from them, but this time I feel like this Granger can be counter out with you can say with a Brody or a Clint if they are having that mindset to opt it out. Or as you said, Bruno, we have seen it in the international stage doing a lot of things, so might it comes out from the side of Expedia Cooks. Yep.
I mean, there's still the option of the Irtil as well, and then there's the Claude as well, who can do a lot more on the Granger and as well as the Louis. But let's see how things go. These two teams have been really particular in picking out heroes which are not quite in the meta, and then again banning heroes which are not quite in the meta, as we see already with the Yuzong, the Atlas, Alucard, and so on, Sicilian as well. So When it comes to these two teams, I feel there's nothing which we can predict, but we can, however, try to enjoy as the last ban comes in, and it is going to be the Kacha getting banned out. That just means it's open season for all back laners. Is it going to be the Xia being picked up by Esprit or Cooks right here, or is it going to be the Brody? Okay, that's been a while. We have seen Brody coming in, but I would rather prefer maybe the Irithel or the Bruno right here. They do need mobility because the yin yangs from the Louis is going to be uncomfortable for any marksman in the back line. But hey, look at that. This is going to be the Uno reverse coming out from Sam. He's like, instead of getting uncomfortable from your range, I am just going to come to you with the Spear of Destruction and get into your back lines. You thought that AOG was the only way we could get into back lines? No, you're wrong. Who is it going to be for the last 3 picks of this draft situation, Ash?
A lot of options for the side of team Esperia Cooks. They got the EXP. They are about to pick up the Roam right now. And it's mostly, I mean, they can go for the Hylos as well. The Hylos will actually work with the draft. Having a little bit of mobility to the Jukshin will actually work for them. But from this side, Lucas, outdated hero who is not even in the A-tier jungler, but he can reach up to the backline. But Lucas against a Jukshin will actually not work better. So they didn't went for that. It's a good choice. They went for a Martis instead. And you know what? Martis is actually a counter for Jukshin. People think that Jukshin can easily counter it out with the push and pull of the Crimson Ray, but no, it's not the case because he's actually go in with the, I mean, though that Mortal Coil is actually not get, it is actually immune to each and every CC, even to the implosion of Tigreal. So this is the thing, I mean, Martis cannot be countered by the Jushin. Otherwise, Jushin can be countered by the Martis. So that will actually help them. So Warrior of Will is actually having a good drop. Ruby is there for the opening. They got the Belleric right now for their side, which will be actually a counter for the Moscow's attack speed. And then you have the Martis into your side to finish up the game for yourself. So they got a finisher, they got an opener, and they got someone who can casually counter out the goal laner, the damage dealer from the side of team Xperia Cooks. But the only thing which is kind of a good from the side of Xperia Cooks is the Xbox being out there. Because it is actually having a true damage, and he can bust out the Lunox and the Granger as well. But it is what it is, you know, execution will be mattering the most. The last game we saw, there was a beautiful execution, beautiful ganks, systematic ganks out from the Warrior of Wills, and let them win the game as well. This time, if they will do the same things, the same drill, they might win the game and might go to the next round, that is obviously the Swiss stage.
Yeah, I mean, Sphere Cooks have a lot of thinking to do, honestly. From the first game, they have fallen a lot in the second one. So it is kind of their time to shine and their time to actually realize where they have mistaken. And the teamwork from both the teams have been lacking quite a bit as we get into the Land of Dawn. It is going to be game number 3 coming in. Warrior of Wills versus Sphere Cooks. And this is going to be the final match of the evening, where the winners are going to get straight Swiss stage tickets, where they are going to fight the likes of Zohunt, LCF, and then Shadow Esports as well. And we can see already a lot of back and forth going on in the mid lane at least. And both these mid laners are going to have a time, but oh, look at the bottom lane though. There is a bully situation going on. Granger is gonna fight it out with Belleric, of course. I think Belleric is kind of a fine choice here, even though a lot of people do not consider him as meta. But let's take a look at the action. But Ash, who do you think is gonna win this game? Let's settle our bets, as we can already see a lot of things transpiring. Let us know in the comments as well. Audience, who do you think is gonna get the final match and an opportunity to get into the Swiss stage as we go? So Ash, what do you think?
I feel like it will be Warrior of Wills. They're actually doing great with the draft, and if they will be executed properly, they can easily take out Xperia Cooks. But Xperia Cooks are actually known for the comebacks they did in the first game, and they were about to do in the second game, but it was the greediness of the Granger which let them lose that game. But now, oh my goodness,
Engage was good, but then they managed to back out from the fight.
I honestly think that was an aura plus move from the Granger, just sidestepping from the Kufra's jump right here. And this is going to be the Martis met with 3 people actually in the bush. So he has to be in a situation where he can contest the turtle. Hopefully he didn't die. So the first blood has still not been taken, and level 4 has been achieved by Team Spear Cooks. With the Borg, it is gonna be really easy to get objectives because he can burn through people so easily. But look at the current situation. Turtle is pretty low. Can they get it?
Ruby comes in, Turtle will be secured by the Xbox. Right now, last insanity popped up. This time will be boom bam there, but will be getting a lot of damage from the Louis. Okay, with the mortal coil connecting over there. First blood will be secured by the Valeric though. 1-for-1 trade, you got the Turtle, they got the first blood. Okay, 2-for-1 coming in as the Moscovs gets into the side as well as the Kufra will be fighting on the Granger. This time he cannot sidestep him. This time he falls into the trap and the Titans just got his revenge.
Definitely, the Tyrant just did get his revenge, and what a situation that was, honestly. With the Kufra getting a revenge and then Moskov picking up a kill for himself as well. The turtle wouldn't matter, but the goal lead is slowly in favor of Spear Cooks. And for now, the itemizations are looking pretty chill, and Martis will be looking for an opening. Was last match as well. The Martis, if he gets that ball rolling, he can take his team to a smooth, comfortable victory. But that is what his matters. But look at that!
That was a surprise thing for the Martis, and Jushin this time will be getting a kill onto the Martis. The hand was already on, and the Tyrant's revenge was on to the point. He was not aware. Just like when he went to the bot lane, he was not aware 3 people are waiting for him. This time also in the mid bush, they were waiting for him. And he can't even type that you're hiding in the bush, camper. Cannot say that in a tournament.
Yeah, I mean, that is gonna be what it is gonna be. Hide on bush is the strategy to go for. And especially with Martis, I feel he could have avoided that situation with the Mortal Coil. But then again, maybe it is kind of a slow hand situation. But oh, look at that once again. The Kufra is on something different.
Vengeance popped off. This time Beleric engaging on the 2 people. Crimson Bacon from the backline. Xbox coming in for the engage as well. Louis right now taking on them. Paraga armor just got off with the last insanity popped up as well. Okay, Sodi connected on the Moskov. Can we see a retaliation from the Moskov? Let's see what will happen. Okay, he's not going with the Sodi mark. But this time, Beleric in a very bad position will be caught out by the Jushin. From the top lane, we can see an initiation coming in by the Ruby right now. Poor man there, he will be cutting off the way. Mortal Coil being used up, but no fatality yet got into the hand for the side of Warrior of Will. They actually lost the fight. Okay, in the meantime, we can see there was an engage coming in by the Kufra once again onto the Martis. He's in his level of HP. Decimation comes in. He'll be going back. This time, last insanity popped up once again, and this time he'll caught his hand onto the Martis though.
I mean, the Ruby could have done a wonderful I am offended onto 3 people, but she somehow fumbled, and that is the reason why they are gonna see the turtle pop out of in front of their eyes going to the next team. And this is a situation where the Martis is gonna have a hard time here. The early game has gone. It is gonna be 5 minutes, and he has not picked up even a single kill. In fact, his whole team has picked up just 1 kill. And right now, Spear Cooks are definitely once again dominating the situation. Sam got a solo kill on the Granger, and he is trying to secure more. Kufra is there for the backup, and Louis is just gonna back herself up in this situation.
Got the gold trap from himself, and now even just managed to take down the Granger there. Everything is on to the way for the Moscow. Why that Moscow pick didn't come in the second game? They could have won the game if this Moscow is like this. I mean, he's a one-trick Moscow. He's playing like that. He's actually bullying that Granger in the first early game as well. And see, he managed to take down the tier as well, and Granger just forced out to go back. And now Kufra targeting the way, he's zoning out. Okay, no, he will not be going for the engage at this moment. But Xbox is kind of okay, Xbox just went out and he was about to get down with the Ferragama.
Yeah, he has to revive himself. As a jungler, you have to take care of your Ferraga armor. It is not the offlane Xbox who can just pop himself anytime he wants. The armor is, of course, the extra HP you need to survive in most fight situations. And the Belric is just becoming a menace at this point because he can deflect so much of the damage. Zushin is definitely not going to pick him up and do something about it, but top lane, there's some action spewing in.
Yup, once again we can see the engage coming in, but it will actually be a bluff from both these sides because they're kind of not going very deep. Might they are waiting for the neutral objective and will be securing it, then for the Lord, and then they will take a fight because they know they have a goal lead in their hand right now. It is 5k and Joshin going in and will be taking down the power of Violinist just did the work, and it is the Ranger falling down in the hand of Esperia Cooks, and a free turtle will go to the Esperia Cooks as well. 2 trade into the hand.
Yeah, 3 turtles back to back. That is some domination coming out from Spear Cooks, as this is going to be a struggle for Warrior of Wills to survive with the current turrets, because it is a 5k goal lead. There is a diversion being popped in, and that is going to be the Louis and the Martis, but hey, the Moscow Sam is too smart for this occasion, and Inferno is going to try to get behind them. But there's no action. Oh my god!
Goodness, what just happened? The Kufra with a flicker of Tyrant's Revenge popped up there. 2-man caught up right now. Vengeance popping over here. But the Moscow will be the one giving a final blow onto the kill, sending him to the heaven. A skirmish happened by the side of Team Esperia Cooks. They managed to take down 3 heroes with a tier on the bot. Everything is going in the hand. The recall spamming by Sam as well. My god. The holy blessings just got popped off. This is insane. Everything is going right now in the hand of Esperia Cooks. They know that they built a strong goal lead as well as the damage spike into their hand, that nobody can take them down as from getting a ticket for the Swiss stage of MEA FEAI Grand Prix Season 1.
Ruby!
Okay,
just got caught.
Ruby with all those talks. What a way. I mean, the Ruby just want to engage there, but didn't got the time to catch up anybody. And the Moscow's attack with bills and the damage is too much right now. He can even take out this tanky frontliners.
Exactly. I mean, when you think about it, the Ruby was banned all throughout game 1 and 2. And to see this kind of a KDA coming in from the Ruby finally is somewhat of a disaster. As well as the Kufra, oh my god. The game changer for this match has definitely been Zia on that Kufra right here. He has definitely gave some mind-blowing sets, and that just brings us back into the day where the Kufra was the god of all tanks. But currently the god is being slayed by Spear Cooks, and the situation is pretty, severe for a Warrior of Wills, because they just cannot contest it. Kufra is once again there.
Yeah, with the clutch once again. And oh my goodness, it was just a blow onto the Granger. I thought he will get out from the situation, but it was the Hilda going in with the power of wilderness, managed to take down the Granger. And I thought it was a great clutch. But you know what is happening here? It is actually the chain CC.
Yes, exactly, and I mean, there's just no denying the capabilities of Zia on that Kufra. He is finding openings where there are no openings, and Granger, Ruby, anybody for that matter, has no idea what exactly is going on. Itemizations, well, Martis should rather sell that Sky Piercer because he is not getting anything worth on that, and so doesn't even Louis on that occasion. The Malefic gun is a great addition for Moscow, and he is finding it really easy to push turrets. So far, it is looking like Spear Cooks are gonna cook up a nice little bomb right here, with, of course, the Kufra being there. Belric using his ultimate for Natalia, I feel, because there was nothing there to be using it on. So it is still, again, open season for Spear Cooks. If Belric didn't use his ultimate, he could have actually tried to save that inhibitor turret right here. And the top turret is kind of in a bad situation as well. But last Insanity.
Okay, the last Insanity comes in, but this time we'll be getting 3 inhibitors into the hand. Minions are right now marching out of the base. Good wave management going on from the side of Spear Cooks.
they're kind of relying on to the minions more than the Lord, and they know this was the first Lord, so it will not actually get them the victory, but they will have to wait for the second Lord. But the thing is, the chain CC I was talking about, the Kufra is going for the Tyrant's Revenge. From the behind, we can see Crimson Bacon coming in, and from behind, we can see the Power of Wilderness giving the last blow. Even if not the Power of Wilderness, then it is the last Insanity coming in. This is actually working great. If this would have been the combo for the previous game by Spear Crooks, they could have won the game because they got the Grok as well as Xavier. But the only difference of the previous game and this game is the jungler. I mean, they got the Fedrin that time, and the Fedrin was like squishy. But this time, the Xbox Farraga armor is giving him an extra life. And he's kind of going in, taking out the damage, ditching out the enemies, and then coming back as well. This is why, I mean, this meta suggests you to not just go in and take up a fight, engages, but also taking up some chunk kills. You can come back as well safely, so that you cannot give them a trade as well. This is why this meta really needs it. And from the side of our Warriors of Will, I'll say, Roots, that is, in a BO3 match, you cannot copy your draft once again. They might get prepared for it, and look at that, they prepared for the Martis. They banned the Franco, they got the Martis, and they got the Jushin into the hand, and then they got the Kufra into the hand. They know that they will probably go with the Martis. And this is why I don't like this thing. I mean, if you won one game with the Martis, you cannot go for the second game with the Martis again, because that kind of showing your gameplay in the previous game, and the enemies might studied it. Because as a caster, we just studied it, what the Martis is doing. And if you thought about the Sky Piercer, it is actually the biggest gamble of this game. Sky Piercer is something, if it is not giving you the stack, it is actually useless. Even though it's cost very less, but it is useless if it doesn't give you the chance. I mean the stack. And 0-2-1, if it doesn't have a stack on it, you shouldn't have picked it up, or you should sell it down.
I mean, the whole team is right now suffering because the Granger is also on a 0-5-1. So the lot coming out mid, and it is looking like a really hard defense for Warrior of Wills. Not that they haven't done it in the past, they have done some impossible defenses, but it is going to be all up to the team to do something. Look at that, SOD coming, but Kufra!
Onto the Granger right now, triple! No, it's Kufra getting down, killing 3 for the Jude chain. Triple will be secured. My goodness, the shutdown onto the Boscom as well, but the base will not be spared because Lord was inside the base, and it is over for the side of Warrior of Wills. The will not fire anything because the fighting spirit will be going into the hand of Team Superior Cooks. They will be getting a ticket straight away onto the next stage, that is the Swiss stage. And that is SOD, as you mentioned, dude, from the beginning, that if you are banning our AOG, we have a SOD to backfire you with the entrance into the back door.
Yes, the will of fire has been diminished. It is gonna be Superior Cooks who have suffered and who has succeeded in making the best recipe in all of Mobile Legends, and they are gonna go in on the likes of the Swiss stage with the big teams right now. Well played by the Warrior of Wills, but your will just wasn't enough on this occasion, especially with the kind of draft situation you were in. Especially Zia on that Kufra and Sam on that Moskov were definitely your MVPs of the match. And of course, why not me? On that Borg was the trump card being played, every objective being secured easily as they come. And definitely Spear Cooks, after the kind of second match situation they faced, they definitely brought back what they had in the third game right here. So that is going to be it. That was the last match of the evening, and boy oh boy, Spear Cooks are going to be joining you in the Swiss stage. And now we have a total of 18 teams already. We are going to see the last few teams coming in. And boy, oh boy, is MEA x FEAI firing up on all cylinders. This is the grand festival of esports and entertainment. And you are watching the Mobile Legends 5v5 tournament side of it. I say the tournament side of it because there's way more than just your favorite game of Mobile Legends. This is not just a regular community tournament. This is a LAN tournament, guys. And not just for one game, it is a LAN tournament for a lot of your favorite games. To name some of them, it is of course going to be BGMI, Dota 2, eChess, and then of course FC Football for both PC and mobile for all those football fans right there. So mark the dates because it is going to be traveling to the beautiful city of Aizawl, Mizoram for our LAN event right here. The dates are going to be 16th October through the 18th. So we will be expecting you guys to be here. And guess what? The top 8 teams from this tournament right here, MEA x FEAI Grand Fest 1, are going to be traveling to Mizoram to make their best of opportunities. That's right. Just like the last tournament, this is going to be one heck of a tournament right here. So, well, you must track down the location of our Dentahuma Hall because that is where these games will be played on these 3 dates, 16 October through the 18th. Well, of course, that is going to be it. But hey, this kind of a big gaming fiesta cannot be complete without our sponsors. So for the audience right here, we are going to have to acknowledge them. That is going to be, of course, Vista, the developers of Mobile Legends in India, for their contributions of 1 lakh diamonds. And of course, it has also been sponsored by CK Hyundai, and management and collaboration was, of course, by DTS Esports. The seamless internet connections which everybody is going to be playing on is going to be sponsored by NextGen, our internet partners. And this has been a wonderful opportunity to get all of you guys on board in this wonderful esports festival. We keep surviving and keep celebrating us for all the things which are going to happen. We will be seeing you live tomorrow, same place, same time. So where we are going to decide who are going to be the next 2 teams coming into the round of 64. Yes, you recognize this voice. This has been Roots Official, and this has been Ash TC, who were on the mics for all your evening. And we will be taking a sad goodbye, but not for long, as we are going to be joining you next tomorrow in the MEA x FPAI. Have a great evening and an even better tomorrow as we wish you the best of luck in all your lives. Goodbye and take care, ladies and gentlemen.